Hi Twitch, welcome to session 1 of Gambit of the Sea. Last session was just we were establishing characters, making sure that everybody knew what they wanted to do on their turns and that kind of thing, so we did that one off stream. But this is the official session 1, so yeah, go ahead and enjoy, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I'm enjoying.
Well, I mean, best of luck. There's a high chance of me doing something stupid. I can tell you that much right now.
Okay, I'm trying to think of where I want to start the session, because the session that I had planned kind of got screwed because Denny didn't show up, so...
Denny, how you feel?
Yeah, he's not... I think he's actually dropping from the campaign. He's going through, like, some tough financial situations. It just kind of sucks, because session, like, 1 through 5 was his character arc, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he had the early game character arc, so...
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just say that he's stuck in the captain's quarters with scurvy for this session, and then hopefully he can rejoin us later.
Oh, damn. Should have picked some better fruit last time, I guess.
Yeah, toxic I am. It's a necessary evil. I don't like to be up this early.
Don't worry, I get it. That's one of the reasons why you're my favorite team so far.
You guys hear the docks are...
Oh,
You guys hear the sound of the ships around the docks. The various people yelling out different orders. You guys can feel the sea breeze blowing through your hair, as well as the sense of the salt water filling your nostrils. You guys have all been here before. It's the Gallows, the place that you guys call home. It's the place that is your home base. Today you guys wanted... your captain wants you to go out looking for an artifact. And this time he actually doesn't want you on the main ship. He wants you on one of the side ships today. Because the main ship, he feels... it is going to be... it's going to have to be intercepting, and he wants his people that are best with combats on the ramming ships. So as you guys prepare for your various tasks throughout the day, thanks Toxic. It's just the same thing that you guys pretty much did last session. You guys get supplies for the journey. You buy everything that you need to. While you're here, did any of you want to buy any leisure items?
Well, I mean, what are you guys planning on getting, if anything? I mean, I don't have a lot of gold left since I spent like half of it on mead last time, so.
Oh,
Not
you
gonna
you
lie,
can
not my
like give
finest
yourself
hour.
back that gold. So
Oh,
it's been
okay.
3 years, so you've definitely
Oh,
accumulated 100 gold again.
well, now I would say that is jolly good news.
Yeah, you guys were greenhorns before, and
Always
this
good
is
to be
like
in good company.
after the 3 years of you guys being pirates.
I have a list
Alrighty.
of things that I would like.
Okay, let's break into it.
Okay.
So what things are you looking for?
Caltrops and a dagger.
Both of
I
those would be
see.
at the blacksmiths. The blacksmith in this town is... the Triton's Trident.
I will start heading there.
Is there any sort of like shop that sells magic items around here, or any sort of like magic trinkets, from like all the way from like a ring that does nothing to I don't know, something cool. I just want to check it all out.
That would be the Siren's Enchantments. That would be the shop that enchants
I would
different
very
baubles and
much love to
such.
start heading there.
Okay. Such. Is anybody going with them? Storyteller and Merrick.
Yeah, I think I'll follow him to the magical enchantment store.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do Kaya's first, because hers is going to be much faster. So Kaya, as you walk through the streets, you kind of split off from the rest of the crew, and you look around, you see the different brawls that are usually going on throughout the street. You see gambling on your way there. It's just the usual stuff. Once you get to the blacksmith shop, you look as it's actually an outside shop. It's not indoors. You see the forge out there, and you see a blue Triton sitting at its side, working on a weapon.
Hello there, person, sir.
Hi, how's it going? What can I get for you today?
I just need a few things. Start with a dagger.
A dagger.
Simple.
I have some of the finest daggers around. And he points you over. He like kind of like nods his head in the direction of a wall that's lined with various weapons. And to the farthest left, there's a small rack of daggers.
Nice. I'm just gonna randomly pick one because it doesn't matter what kind, like how good it is for what I'm about to do. Well, eventually doing.
Okay.
How much for the dagger?
Check, check. Anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I need to find my D20.
I am so sorry. Right off the bat, everything's going on. I can't hear Jack Diddley, so give me a minute.
You can't hear us?
He looks at you and he says, "That one's gonna run you about 30 gold pieces. It's one of my finer works."
30 gold pieces. Yeah. No.
As you look at the dagger closer, you can see that there's like ornate designs grafted into the blade, and it's actually been acid etched.
I want to find the cheapest looking dagger that I can.
You go over and you find a
Nothing
pretty
special.
rough looking dagger. It seems like it can hold its form. It just has like a rough welding on the hilt to the blade, but it seems like it'll work.
That is fine. How much for this one?
Oh, that one's one of my earlier works. We'll go ahead and charge you 50 silver pieces.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, anything else I can help you with?
What about ball bearings and caltrops?
Ball bearings, I wouldn't have those. That would be more like the general store. However, caltrops, those are something that I make. He kind of like nods his head towards a table that's laid out in the shop, and it has like various bags sitting on the table.
Right, how much for the caltrops?
Well, that depends. Did you want ones that were forged to poison, or do you want just normal caltrops?
Normal ones.
A normal set of caltrops is probably going to run you about 50 silver pieces, same as the dagger.
Alright, I'll take both the caltrops and the dagger.
Alright, anything else I can help you find?
No, did anyone come with me?
No,
Or
you're on
by
your
myself?
own. Everybody else went to the enchanted shop.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, no, that's it. Do you know where's the general store? Do I know where the general store is?
You would. That is... That would be the lucky coin.
Okay, yeah. Like, no, thanks. And I leave. I give him so it'd be everything would be 1 gold.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, "Alright, if you want to come back, my name is Regis."
Yes. Okay. Thanks, man. And I go to get ball bearings.
Okay. You enter the general store. You're greeted by an old woman. You can find the ball bearings easily enough with her instructions, and those are going to run you 50 silver pieces.
Okay. I'm doing math because I only have gold pieces. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just try to find everyone else and make my way over there to where everyone else is once I'm done.
Okay. So you start making your way over. You know where they went. And you're able to find them easily enough as they right as they enter the store. When you guys enter the store, it's kind of like a dark setting. It's like it looks like a Satanist den would. Like there's skulls sitting with pentagrams on their skulls in various corners of the room, with tables like lined with black tablecloth and wax that was made out of animal fats, fueling the candles that are burning around. There's like a sour scent in the shop. It smells like something's gone rancid and just hasn't been taken care of. Then you guys hear a cackling voice from the back. What can I do for you?
So totally not creepy.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I know that I'm completely interested in any sort of magical item, no matter how mundane. So, what would you happen to recommend? What's in stock right now?
I have many things in stock. Just look around you.
I take a look around.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Maybe some sort of like magical jewelry, a ring, a pendant, a necklace, an amulet.
Well, if you just wanted jewelry, you could have gone to a different store.
But the important part is I wanted the magic bit.
Right, but what are you looking for?
Can I look around for any enchanted weapons?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check. You look around, but it seems like this place is just, like, so cluttered that you're just, like, hardly able to find anything. You manage to find what looks to be a dagger, but when you, like, pick it up, it doesn't feel, you don't feel anything as you pick it up, and it just looks like it was, like, shabby work when it was made.
All right, I'm gonna take a look.
Oh, never mind, you first.
No, I was just saying I wanted to look around for any magical trinkets, not necessarily weapons, but like small enchanted items with unusual properties. Boy, nobody can roll today.
Oh man. One interesting thing I say to the shopkeeper is that I have this old dancing sword that was more or less of a family heirloom. However, it was cursed, back when I was younger, so it doesn't activate anymore. I was wondering if you could tell me anything about it.
Let me see. And she kind of, like, holds out her hands, and then she, like, beckons for you to hand her the sword.
Sort of, like, gently and hesitates over the sword. Great hesitation. Very upset to not be touching it.
As she takes the sword from you, you watch as what looks to be, like, arcane energy pulls through the sword. And if you watch as, like, the metal in the sword vibrates, and she just, like, looks at you and she says, "Are you sure this has been enchanted before?"
Yes, I'm quite sure, as it kind of happened to save my life once. And I don't think it flew through the air out of random volition.
Interesting. Just the smallest bit of magic almost shattered this sword.
That's a little heartbreaking. What do you mean by that?
Oh, honey, I'm just saying that this metal wasn't made to hold any enchantments.
Well then, that brings up a lot of questions.
Can I see if she's bullshitting us right now?
Sure.
I'm just sort of questioning my own existence right now.
Ow!
She is telling the truth.
We are all rolling
Is-
really bad.
Is there anything else that you might be able to tell me, like any sort of way to fix this, or cast it with, sort of reinforce it with a stronger metal that's easily conductible with magic?
Honey, if you were to melt down a magical sword, it would lose all of its properties. You can't just melt down magic. And as
Well,
far
I
as
don't
I'm
wanna
concerned,
melt
this has
down and
never been
reinforce it.
enchanted.
Well, that is quite frankly impossible. And could I roll an insight check as well? Because obviously I don't believe her.
Sure.
Would that be insight?
Yeah, that would be insight. Because you
Just roll
believe
that.
that she's lying.
Okay.
She is telling the truth. She absolutely does not believe that this sword has been enchanted before.
All right. Well, then may I please have it back then, since obviously you can do nothing to help.
I mean, sure, if you're going to be that way, though, I might as well just shatter it. And with that, you watch as, she, menacingly, looks as though she's about to put another arcane pulse, into the weapon. And she's, sort of, grinning at you.
All right then. If you really want to be that way, just kind of holds up my hand in menacing, that sort of gesture. Can't talk. And say, well, I have enough cantrips to put you out of business for a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Oh, honey, I'm sure you could try.
I
My sword,
actually
please,
lean
if you
over
would.
and say, "Don't try her. Don't try her. I don't trust. I don't. This never goes well. Don't try her."
With that, she kind of just gives a cackling laugh. Here you go! And she gives you back your sword.
Thank you very much, with as much resentment as possible, receiving the sword.
Okay, and
Now that we're
Storyteller, as you look around for the different magical baubles and trinkets, you aren't able to find any that really stand out. You find a mechanical spider that kind of just walks around on its own. It seems to run into walls and stuff though, as though it was a dud enchantments.
Oh,
And you just
Oh.
really aren't able to find anything of interest.
can I buy the spider?
Sure.
I'm gonna fix it, and I'm gonna name him George.
So as you
I
take
hate
this
spiders.
small mechanical spider up to the enchantment lady, she's like, "Oh, you're interested in that one, are you? That one's been around for near the last 75 years I've been working here."
Oh, no, that's cool because he's George and he's perfect just the way he is.
Oh, whatever you say, honey. I'll go ahead and charge you 2 gold pieces.
Oh, I give her the 2 gold pieces.
You're not even gonna haggle?
No.
I
George
mean-
is my precious boy.
You gotta
And
haggle the hag.
any price is worth my precious boy.
I wouldn't buy anything from this woman. She
I'm gonna walk
dissuaded me by
just gonna stand
insisting that my
outside
sword
now.
wasn't magical and trying to break it. All right, I'm done here. Just throwing my hands up in a huff. Just
I set George on my shoulder and I give him a good pat.
It's a mechanical spider.
When
I
you
hope
pat
that thing
him,
falls
he
into the
kind of
sea.
walks onto your shoulder, then falls on his back with a clunk. As the
I pick
brass
him up
metal
and put him
hits
in
the
my bag.
floor.
I pick him up and put him in a bag and apologize to him.
It's not.
Mhm.
I'm standing outside. I don't see this. I'm outside.
All right, I just sort of waltz out of the floor, out of the place.
Oh wait. No, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind.
Actually, before I do that, before I leave, Could I do that brain not working? Could I do a perception check?
Sure. What are you looking for before you make the check? Oh, okay.
Anything that might be awry or wrong, or anything that anything evil or something, just something I should be aware of.
Looking around, like, this looks like it's just a, pretty standard, like, blacklist enchanting shop. Like, it doesn't look like there's anything evil or awry about this place.
All right.
Still
You
don't
say
like it.
so.
Still creepy as fuck.
Slowly walks outside.
You have a nice day now!
Uh-huh, and you too, honey.
That was creepy. We are never going in there again.
I can second that. And so can you, Allegro. Pet sword violently.
There's nothing wrong with creepy as long as she has good enchantments.
Yeah, and she didn't seem to have much but a half-broken spider.
I'm very happy with George, thank you.
You know what? If you're happy, then I will cease to complain.
I'm gonna continue to complain. That was that was a bull.
Alright, fine. I'll complain too, but it'll only be in my head. Anyway, I'm done here. Where should we head to next, guys? I know we need to get, we do need to get supplies still. Like actual supplies, not just half-broken spiders.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Are we supposed to be getting supplies for the ship?
No, you guys have already gained supplies for the ship. This is like this is like your guys' like final thing before you head out.
Never mind, I just had a slip of the brain, as I usually do.
I'm good.
Anyway.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, you guys did that with your like daily routine
Well,
when you're
actually,
preparing for a voyage.
No, hold on. Is there a potion shop?
There is.
Good thinking.
Where is it?
It's the Siren's enchantment where you guys just were.
Okay, fine. I'll walk back in.
Oh,
you
back
serious?
already!
Can't we just be rid of her?
How going with
Jesus.
I almost forgot. I need some healing potions. Happen to have any of those lying around?
Of course, of course. Just come back in the back. And with that, she like
Don't do
motions
it.
for you to come behind the curtain.
Sure, I'll follow her.
No, don't
I'll
do it.
persuade you not to, but I'm not inside.
I'm with him. I'm gonna
She is just like opening the curtain and looking at you, like with a grin on her face to enter the back.
I don't trust it.
She's like,
Oh, I mean, yeah. She's just a creepy old lady. I can take her if she wants to try to pull anything, so... I'll
A
just,
creepy old lady who
you
can
know.
shatter like a sword that's not
Tell
even
if
that
you need
old.
anything.
Yeah,
Creepy old lady.
and I'll follow
Bullshitting me
her
about magic
behind the
sword.
curtain.
you go behind the curtain and you just see like rows and rows of like glowing potions lining shelves on the walls, and she also has like a cauldron in the back where she's brewing a potion currently, and there's just like it seems like it's almost like a warehouse full of potions in the back.
I just looking for some minor healing potions. Where are those?
Oh, honey, I'm not sure. I don't keep track of where things are.
Oh God.
Do I know what one would look like so I can look for one?
Yeah, you would have used them before. The captain would have like purchased them for like his battle crew in the past. They would be a light pink potion in a relatively small bottle.
Okay, do I have to roll for the search?
Yep. Be an investigation. Looking around, you're able to find like 4 or 5 minor healing potions scattered throughout the shelves.
Okay. I'll ask her. How much are the healing potions? Or how much are these ones? And I kind of hold one up.
They're 50 gold pieces apiece.
Gold pieces.
Icarus feels like there's a bad trade deal being going on. somewhere in the city.
No, that's actually the right price. I just know mining healing potions are 50 gold pieces per campaign. I'll kind of like, you know, wait, we're still in the back, right?
Yeah, you're still in the back right now.
I'll say, how about if I buy 3? Will you give me a discount?
If you buy 3 of them, I'll give them to you for 35 gold pieces each.
That's 105. I'll say deal, and I'll poke my head out and say, Psst, Kaya, can I borrow 5 gold?
Seriously?
I just nod my head furiously.
Yeah, sure. I'll give him 5 gold.
Okay. And then I will drop the 105 gold in her hand.
While I'm in there and she's in the back, can I look around for just like anything random?
Sure. Go ahead and
Is it
roll a
alright if I
D100 for
snoop
me.
around?
Investigation? It's just a D100?
Yep, just roll a D100. There's like shit everywhere, so
God.
Sorry.
if you're looking for something completely random, just roll a D100.
Well, it's not just completely right. I just want to see what there's a. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna roll the D100.
So looking around at the various things while you're just like waiting impatiently for Merrick to finish up, you're walking around and you're like poking different odd things that are like on the shelves in jars, looking like they're being preserved for something. And as you're just like searching through the different various items, you're able to find what looks to be like a small golden ball.
And she's in the back right now, right?
Correct.
And
Can I look around and
as
see if
you know,
there's, like-
she went inside. Is it alright if I also went inside and started snooping around for anything related to finding out more about my dancing sword?
Sure.
Alright.
I'm gonna look
I'll
around
wait
and
till
see.
after her interaction.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything that could possibly, like, if I were to steal this, it would alert her.
Make an Arcana check. Actually, you aren't a spellcaster, are you?
Oh, I am a monk.
There is nothing that would indicate that, she would know if you stole something.
Got it. I'm gonna go ahead back outside and just walk out with it.
As you attempt to walk out the door, you've like met with a invisible wall that you just can't pass through. And then you hear her shout out from the back, "Are you going to pay for that?"
Just sort of turns around, wags finger, sneaky, sneaky. Not with the old witch lady.
I mean, I had to try. You just can't. You can't just see something like that and not try.
Hey man, I sought help for my kleptomania, okay? And it really helped. Maybe you should too.
And she looks to you, Merrick, and she goes, "Okay, you can go ahead and have the potions. Thank you very much for your business." And with that, she gives you a wink.
I walk back out, and on my way walking past Kaya, I kind of lean over and whisper, "I think she likes me. Maybe I can get discounts later on."
That's a good thing.
As you walk past her, you're
Hi.
able to pass through the doorway without any issue.
Come on. I can't, like, sleight of hand this to walk out. No. Jeez.
How are you going to sleight of hand a magic wall?
No. You don't know what I can do. I'm just gonna go, what's this gold ball thing?
Well, just look at it! And with that, like, as you, like, inspect closer, you see that it has 2 wings folded in on themselves, encasing the
A
ball.
golden snitch?
That's just the first thing that came to my head.
100 points for Slytherin!
Okay, let's just say that I'm a complete idiot and don't know what this is. Can you, like, just explain?
Oh, I'm not sure. I enchanted that a long, long time ago.
As she's brought attention to this, is it alright if I take a gander at it and try to figure out what it is?
Sure.
What
Make
check
an
should I roll?
Arcana check.
Okay.
Looking at it, you just, like, aren't able to discern, like, what kind of enchantment it might have. Like, you're looking at it, and it looks like a very complex item, but you aren't just able to, like, make out what kind of enchantment it might hold.
And I
I
just
sort
for
of just step
funsies
back
roll
and
as well.
sigh exasperatedly. Like, it just sucks that I can't do the stuff I'm good at.
And just, like, for funsies, just because I want to see if I can I also roll an Arcana check to see what it is?
Sure.
This- that was
The golden
expected.
ball with wings is very shiny.
Okay, well, I have an intelligence of 0.
Sorry.
I'm gonna, like, take it. Does she have, like, a desk area or something? Like a little.
Yeah, she does. And she's actually, like, walking out of the back with her hunched back and her cane in between her two hands as she's, like, walking forward back into the store. She's like, "Can I see that item for a moment? Maybe I'll recognize it."
Sure, and I hand her the item. But I don't hand it to her, I put it on the table and push it towards her.
She puts the item inside of a pentagram, with various runes scrolled at each of the 5 points on the table. And then she kind of just, like, flicks her fingers, and you watch as, like, if, like, a cylinder of light comes up from the pentagram and the item is glowing. And she says, "Oh, this one! This one can fly up, and you can see through it for a while."
Huh?
So it's like the Arcane Eye spell, but without a spell.
And you gotta yeet it up in the air.
Eating things.
Ooh.
Wait. How much? I'm just gonna add. How much would it cost?
Well, I liked your friend back there, so I'll say 500 gold pieces.
500. Yeah. No. I'm gonna go now, and I walk
You could
out.
try that. Oh. Ooh.
It's too creepy and it smells weird. I'm not even gonna try. I tried to steal it, didn't work. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna head out. In a last-ditch effort to, sort of make amends, I just tried to apologize for my brash actions, and I'm just, ma'am, I'm really sorry for how I acted. It's just a very sentimental item, and it was kind of shocking to say that it has no magical properties, even though I know it does. And I respect your opinion, but that doesn't mean I don't completely roll with this bullshit. And I wanted to thank you very much for your time.
Well, that was a half-assed apology. I'll see you
well, I'm
later.
actually sorry. Just
I
as
am
I'm
not
walking
sorry
out.
for trying to steal the thing. Just so you know.
You what?
Uh,
Sorry for trying to steal the thing as I hear him trying to apologize.
She says, "No matter, no matter. Everybody tries to steal things from here."
well, at least we had a good time. I waved to her as we leave.
I walk past Merrick and go, yeah, no, she likes you.
Sort of
Yeah,
look
it's-
at Mary, just kiss up.
I mean, I'll get a discount any way I can.
Oh dear God!
Are you sure? You
You
want
need
to
to go to church, young man.
that for a little bit? You wanna think about it?
I mean, depends on how big
She
of a
got
discount I
you.
do.
She got you. It depends on the kind of discount.
I mean, if I get a free item out of it, I don't know.
I have no idea where my mind just went, and you were innocent for that.
So are you guys walking and talking, or are you guys just like standing outside the shop?
Walking
I
and
would
So,
say
yeah,
walking and talking.
I would assume.
And I just sort of like lean over to Merrick ever so gaily and just be like, "Hey, I'll teach you how to do a couple spells if you
What are all of your
wanna look. I
passive
wanna
12.
just a
What
second.
or what?
Your passive perceptions.
15.
12.
Storyteller, what's yours?
My passive perception is 13.
Okay, so Icarus, you notice a, like, small golden flying thing flying above you, behind your right corner. I mean, behind your right shoulder, up about, 15 feet in the air. Everybody else, you don't see it.
Okay, I whip around and violently yell, "Spies!"
What?
while dramatically pointing at the golden ball we just witnessed in the shop.
How far?
I turn around and look where he's pointing.
I
How
look.
high? How high in the
Uh,
air is it?
You guys all see a, like, flying golden ball, similar to the one that you just saw.
How high up is it though?
It's about 15 feet in the air.
15 feet.
Can I throw my net at it?
Sure. It's very small. Your net, like, you aren't able to, like, throw it high enough, and it falls about 2 feet short of hitting the snitch.
Sort of elbow. I sort of elbow him, just like, "Geez, I already pissed her off, man. You don't need to ruin your good standing."
I look at Merrick and go, "Hey, can I stand on your shoulders for like 2 seconds?" Look for
Sure.
an answer, and I just
And-
start climbing on his back to get on
I-
his shoulders.
Oh. Okay.
How tall are you, Merrick?
Hold on. Oh, it's on my phone. But I think I'm like a 5'11", I think. Right around 6 feet.
I am. How tall am I? Crap. I have it written down. 5'8", so
Okay.
whatever that does.
Okay.
Kaya, I need you to
I'm
make an
6 foot.
acrobatics check.
I should be good at these. 58. That's not
Okay.
bad.
You're able to stand on his shoulders with what seems like relative ease.
I take my quarterstaff. Eat this motherfucker! And I try to hit it.
As you try to hit it, it just kind
Position.
of, like, quickly dashes to the side with almost, like, an invisible speed.
Crap.
Is it alright if I like investigate it to try to see if it's the exact same one we saw in the shop?
Sure. And it's giving off, like, the buzz that sounds like a hummingbird's wings.
Is there some sort of check I can make so I can understand what the item is?
Sure. Are you a College of Lore bard, or which college are you?
I'm actually College of Valor, but I can still sort of do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Arcana.
Yep.
17.
So you can tell that it's just like an enchanted item, and like she described it previously, from what you can tell, it's just a visual aid.
Is it alright if I cast a spell?
If you'd like.
Okay, I would like to cast Entangle in the area of that and try to shoot that up. So what would you try to shoot the vines up to grab the thing, since it would be in the 20-foot square. So
So
Okay.
roll for that.
it can't be used for that, because essentially this just, like, it makes a terrain that is standing on difficult. So it's not, think about it like vines sprawling on a ground to, like, trip people. Like the scene in Harry Potter where there's, like, the bunch of weeds that are on the ground that they have to, like, get through.
Alright, so you gotta okay, so it would be a Lumos Maximum. Got it. Never mind then. I'm out of ideas.
I look around us and see if there's anyone else. Crap. If there's anyone else watching.
I was about to say the same thing, because we're, desperately trying to swat this thing out of the air, casting spells in a public city.
As you're like looking around, you can see that like a lot of like people have like gathered on the streets looking at you to wonder what the hell you guys are doing. Like it looks to them like you're it looks kind of like somebody
Okay.
who's trying to swat a fly kind of thing, like, and you just aren't able to see the fly yourself.
Here's what I'm gonna do: is I'm gonna start playing a song and act like we're street minstrels and nothing is wrong here,
Okay.
Just sort
and
of whip
hopefully
around,
get a little
looking at everyone
gold.
violently. I swear to God, we're not crazy, okay? I promise, not crazy. I've been tested.
I know that joke. I know that reference. um, can I use deflect missile? Well, shit. So can I use deflect missiles to try to catch whatever this thing is, or would I not be able to reach it?
You wouldn't be able to reach it because you said that you're 5'8", America's 5. Yeah, so, it's like just barely out of your reach.
Oh no, Merrick, jump! And I get ready to jump after once he does.
Oh my
Do I
God,
have to make
just
a
sort of
strength
like
check?
shaking my head in shame at this point.
Cassandra,
I got
as
this about
as
5
this
minutes
like
ago.
antics is going on behind you, you're able to play a pretty good song, and people actually start dancing around the square in response to the song and like clapping their hands along with the music.
I
I'll
want to try
keep
to
it
make
a
it look like,
distraction.
because I see what's going on and I see that what she's trying to do, and I'm like, okay, let me try to make this look like a performance, like we're about to do some random trick thing while also trying to grab the thing out the air.
Is it alright if I try to sing a song that goes along with the tune he's playing?
If you want to try to what?
Try to like sing a song, like sing while he's playing that like matches up well, and just sort of add to the performance. Because everyone's doing something but me.
Sure.
So would that be a performance check?
Yeah, that would be a performance check as well. So as you like, as you're playing this song, you hear like an average singing voice begin to like sing a song, that goes along with the tune that you're playing next to you.
All right, it works.
It's not bad.
Okay,
That's what
make an acrobatics check, Kaya.
Oh no.
I
Okay.
feel you, Kaya. Feel
So he jumps, and you jump off of his shoulders with the force of his jump to try to catch the snitch. Make a sleight of hand check.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so as you jump up, you're able to grab the snitch, and as you're doing your acrobatics, you're able to do like a half front flip before landing on your ass when you when you finish falling. But the snitch is in your hands.
I'll do a back roll into a handstand sort of thing, and then land on my feet and go. Just pretend like I didn't just hurt my butt.
Okay, and you did take 1 bludgeoning damage from falling from 10 feet.
Fine, but I caught it.
It's like when the wind gets knocked out of you, like when you landed on your butt as a kid. So that's kind of what it's
Oh
like.
God.
It's like all the air is like escaped out of your lungs, kind of thing.
Oh God, that just makes my stomach hurt so bad.
So after
look
she
at it.
catches that, I walk over to her.
I look at it and see if it's the same golden snitch from before.
As you
Just
catch
yell
it,
over.
it's transparent like gold wings fold in, into the crosshatch like formation that they were before. And it is the same one that you were using before.
Son of a bitch! I'm stealing it. She doesn't get this back. I'm just gonna put it in my bag and start
Just
walking.
sort of
Well,
say to her as discreetly as I can. Make sure
Is
you
it-
contain it so it doesn't fly away.
I was gonna say, how do we control it?
I will figure that out later. As far away from this lady as possible.
Okay, as you catch the snitch and its wings fold in on itself and you're inspecting it, vision in one of your eyes begins to go dark, and you begin to see like the outline of your hand inside of the snitch as you're holding it. So one of your eyes is now blind, and the snitch has replaced one of your eyes.
What?
Is that permanent?
Uh,
My goodness.
I.
Just sort of look around.
Okay.
Anybody got some duct tape? We can just fix this to your face.
So
So
I'm
like the
gonna.
vision in your left eye, like all you see is like darkness, and then you have you can see like the outline of your hand from you grasping the snitch.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it up and try to get it to fly in the air.
As you throw it up, it comes to the ground with a clink, and you feel a pain in your left eye, as it dings onto the ground, and you're taking 1 point of psychic damage.
Okay, not gonna do that
Well,
again.
it's probably got a.
I'm gonna like focus really hard on it and go fly. Don't know it.
So you focus really hard, like you're trying really hard to make it fly, and it just like sits there on the ground.
Do I have my vision back now that I'm not touching it?
No, you are still blind in that eye.
Okay.
Can I do a
Anybody?
medicine check?
No, you guys don't know this has happened yet. You just see me standing there.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
that's
hasn't
right.
shared the information that she's blind yet, so.
Yeah.
So guys, not to alarm. Don't touch the don't touch the golden little ball thing. So I can't. Well, I can, but I can't see.
Okay, so just to confirm, you are now half blind, and the snitch is being a bitch.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
And no, I can see. Can't see. That makes absolutely no sense.
Wait, so do you like see out of the thing, or
Yes.
can you not make it fly? Is that why you like threw it and then winced?
Yes, because I can see out of it. It's not flying. It gets hurt. It hurts me.
Loser. I bet it has an activation word, and believe me, I hate activation words. Sort of looks at Sword longingly.
I'm gonna go back to her and ask her how to fix this, but I don't want to take it back because then she'll take it and keep it, and I don't want to do that because I want to keep this thing.
I have a feeling that if she lets you catch it, even through all of our merry antics, that she sort of wanted you to have it.
I mean, is there another?
Might have been cursed, you know.
I don't know.
Is there another wizard in town?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the beholder's wand?
The Beholder's Wand is it's like a various trinkets and baubles throughout the, it's pretty much the same as the other shop, except this guy specializes in, like, actual enchanting, whereas the girl, like, the previous shop that you were at, she has a bunch of magic items that she's gathered throughout, like, her travels, and a few that she's enchanted herself, but she focuses mainly on potion brewing.
Okay, well, I suggest we go to the beholder's wand then.
Yes.
I
And
mean, that does sound like a good
I'm
idea.
gonna pick up the ball thingy and like make it so that it's turned where I can see. Turn. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it behind me, so I'm looking behind me in one eye, and I can see in front of me in the other. It's probably gonna screw me over a
I'm
little
not
bit.
gonna lie, that
That-
sounds disorienting.
I was gonna say that that does sound really hard to like. It would sound hard to keep my balance.
Wait, so are you just holding the snitch backwards, like from your head, or?
Yes.
Okay.
My left eye, does it go dark?
What's that?
I like close my, because my left eye is still open, right? I just can't see out of it. from where I'm standing.
Correct.
If I close my left eye, like if I would just close my eyes,
Uh-huh.
okay, then I'm gonna close my left eye and just walk with the thing behind me, and every once in a while I'm gonna open it just to see what's behind us, and then close it again while we're going.
Is it alright if I do a medicine
Wait.
check to try to see if there's anything I can do?
Well, can you still see out of the snitch with your eyes closed?
No, when she blinks, it like her vision goes dark in the snitch.
And it's only in one eye, so I can see forward peripheral to my point of view with my right eye. It's just my left eye is through the snitch. Left eye closed, and the snitch is pointed behind me. I'll open and close that eye just to check out, see if there's anything behind us or anyone's following.
It doesn't appear that anybody is following you.
To the beholder's wand.
Yep.
So as you enter the shop, you see what looks to be like a pudgy-looking gnome, just standing and like organizing various like carts in his shop that contain like different magical items. The shop looks extremely organized compared to the last one you were in. It seems like things are categorized and alphabetized in this shop.
What does it smell like?
It smells like sweets. Like there's a sweet scent in the air.
Oh, thank God. Just sort of, enveloped with joy.
Why can't anyone just have regular, natural smelling places? Like just special smells.
What do you think? I mean, people burn incense to make all the smells of the streets go away. I mean, you try walking through shit-filled streets every day, you'd want a sweet smell.
I walk through shit smelling streets all the time and I'm fine.
Yeah, are you so sure about that? I mean, look what walking through shit-filled streets and jumping and landing on your ass and then got you with yard roll.
You know what?
As you guys enter
but I
the
know his
shop,
brother.
and he's just kind of like looking at you guys like
Uh-huh.
weirdly as you guys conversate amongst yourselves.
I'm actually gonna look around and see if there's one, like maybe some sort of container to put George in, as well as maybe any books or instructions on how to make George whole again.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
just sort of look.
So as you look around, you don't like see any apparent books. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, as you like search through, you aren't able to find any books. However, you are able to find like a small wooden box to keep George in.
Excellent.
And just to put into perspective about like how big George is, if you curl your middle finger together, he's about the size of like your entire like middle finger, like that entire round of your middle finger. So he's pretty small.
Okay. So he's just a little pet.
Yep.
Okay. I can deal with that.
I'm gonna go up to the guy.
I'm gonna go up with her.
I'm gonna put the golden snitch on the table and go, look.
He looks at the snitch and he goes, "Why have you brought a cursed item into my shop?"
It's cursed?
I knew we had a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That little mother. Okay.
I love it.
Secret,
Let me
honey,
guess.
secret.
Let me guess. You attempted to steal something from whatever her name is. The woman across from me in the square. I'm assuming you attempted to steal something from her shop. A gold thing started following you, and you decided to try and catch it.
Well, damn. What are you, a Forcia?
No, she does this to all thieves. They come into my shop often.
I told you you should go to a therapist instead of seeking out kleptomania.
You know, if I needed a therapist, I would have gone and saw one by now.
He looks at you kind of like furiously. He's like, "Oh, and I bet you want me to lift this curse, don't you? She's a crazy woman. I cannot lift this."
You know someone who can?
Of course not. Nobody but the woman herself. She charges an arm and a leg to lift this. If you want to make it fly, you have to figure out like some word or something. I'm not sure. Some people have decided to keep it and then use it as their eye. But others panic,
Let me know.
such as you, and they come here and they expect me to do something about it. I don't want to do something about it. Get out of my shop.
Can I buy
I'm
this
so
box,
sorry
please?
for the inconvenience, sir.
I hate
Is he
everything
done
right
with
now.
all of us or just her?
He just looks like he's like furious with Kaya because like as far as he's concerned, he's had so many thieves come into his shop like just trying to lift this curse that like it's become kind of redundant to him, and it just like makes him angry whenever a thief walks into his shop attempting to lift this.
All
I
right,
don't know
can I
what that is.
use a persuasion check to try to calm him down?
Sure. What are you saying to him to try to calm him?
Oh no, I'm just saying that well, I explained, like it's all right, she, made a mistake, but I don't feel like she should pay so much for her mistake, and we apologize for inconveniencing you. We didn't realize that it would upset you so much.
He
No
looks
doubt.
at he looks at you and he's like, "Yeah, I understand. It's just this is how she mocks thieves in this town. We aren't able to use violence to stop these things from happening, as you know, the blessing that has been placed on this town. So we have to try our best to prevent thievery in another way. And this is just how she approaches it. Either way, she is marked as a thief, and I don't much welcome thieves."
Look, I only steal from creepy people, and you're not creepy, so you're fine. Alright.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh,
Oh, ooh.
come on, no whammies. Mother.
He looks at you and he has like an angry eye, and then he just looks like he's pissed at you and that he wants you to shut up.
What? Fuck this. I'm gonna wait. How big
That's-
is this golden snitch, anyways?
It's about the size of like the ones in the Harry Potter movie, so it like fits in your palm pretty easily.
Like
Like
golf
you
ball?
you can grasp around it. Yeah, like a golf ball size.
You could just carve out your own eye and then shove that one in there. You think-
This is going to be much bigger than my actual eyeball. I was thinking
I
No, the size of an
mean,
eyeball is about a
movie.
golf ball.
going to do. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Mad Eye.
I am not about to Thor this. I'm gonna go. It's lifted.
Best
I'm
of
gonna
luck,
go
then.
back. And I'm taking Merrick with me. I'm
Best of-
gonna grab him by the arm and take him with me.
And you're going where?
Okay.
I go back to the lady.
So you're going back to the Siren's Enchantment?
Mm.
I'm not
Is
gonna say
it all
anything.
right?
I'm just gonna set it down. I'm gonna look at her.
Take him as leverage. Anyway, so as they sort of forcefully book it, Merritt being dragged by the whatever, I sort of turn around and unsheath my sword. I ask politely, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, but as I'm sure you have much more expertise than the old lady out back, I was wondering if you could tell me anything about this sword. It was a family heirloom, and it was a dancing sword back in its day, but now it doesn't dance anymore after it was stricken down, and she told me it's absolutely worthless.
Sure, let me see it. He puts out his hands and he like beckons for you to hand him the sword.
I hand him the sword much more trustfully than
He takes the sword from you, and you watch as he sends an arcane pulse through the blade, and you watch as the metal vibrates, and you watch a crack begin to form, on the blade, and he stops the arcane, like, almost instantly. He's like, "This wasn't made to be enchanted. Are you sure that it's ever been enchanted?"
I am quite positive. Like I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this thing dance just for a party trick.
I accidentally
and then,
dropped his
you know,
accent.
the second it saves my life, it gets smacked down, and now it doesn't work anymore. So how can it not be arcane? I don't understand. Just sort of having a mild panic attack. Like I'm not angry at him. I'm just like freaking out in my own head. Like, where did I go wrong?
Do
I'm
I,
sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, this has never been enchanted. Did you try to have her send arcane energy through it as well? Because normally, one pulse isn't enough to make a blade crack like this.
Yeah, I really should have warned you beforehand. That's my fault. So, you know, no harm done. But
Okay, well, be happy that I didn't send a powerful blast through the blade. Had I believed it was actually enchanted, I would have sent a much more powerful blast.
yeah,
And with
gotta
that,
keep
he
that in mind
he
from now
hands
on.
like your sword back, and it has like a crack that's forming from like the middle part of the blade, going inwards.
So is this like a kind of crack that if I like jangle it around too much, it's gonna snap off?
No, it's kind of like a crack
Or
where,
is
like,
it
if you
just
were
like
to,
a
like, hit
deformity?
something with the weapon, then it would break, but it's not enough to make it break under its own weight.
All right, so I just gently put it back in its sheath and try to make sure that it doesn't get whacked around too much.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for your help, and I'm sorry if I distressed you or if my thieverous friends distressed you. But thank you for your time. Just sort of wave and head out.
Okay. I actually want to ask him if he knows there's any way to help George make him walk around like a normal boy.
He, like, grabs the spider, he, like, looks at it. He, like, inspects the different gears and stuff that are throughout its body. He says, unfortunately, this looks to be, dwarvish in nature. It's not something that I myself would have any knowledge on how to handle this.
Well, I thank him for the help because now I know I need to find me a dwarven craftsman. So, how much did he charge me for the box, by the way?
5 copper.
5 copper. Okay.
Okay, and now we cut to Kaya dragging Merrick.
Yep, I'm going back. I put the thing. I look at her.
As you walk into the store, it's actually a different person this time. This time it's like it's a large busted, like African American woman. And she's standing there, and her, like, cleavage is fairly exposed with the dress that she's wearing.
Oh dear.
She looks at you and she goes, "Oh, you're back. What can I help you with?" And she gives you, like, a sly smile.
Her true form. Bum bum bum.
If okay, look. Didn't yeah, I was gonna steal it, but it's because it was gold. But then,
Of course. Why else would I make something for a thief? If it wasn't gold, why would they wouldn't be interested, would they?
Have myself and the storyteller arrived back yet with them? Back to the shop.
You guys are doing your haggling currently that you guys were doing before. Having him check the blade and such. This was happening as you guys were doing that.
Okay.
I didn't steal it. I was just curious. Okay, curiosity. Obviously,
Well, of course
the
you
cat to
can't
go
steal
blind.
it. You can't steal anything from this shop.
Look,
Everything on here has an enchantment where, until I release it, it cannot leave.
can you please lift this curse, please?
Absolutely not. We aren't allowed to use violence in this town, otherwise we will fall dead. So we have to mock thieves in another way, seeming how we cannot scar you. And she, like, looks you, like, from foot to head, with, like, a look of disgust.
I will never steal a day, and this is a promise. And I don't make promises because promises are bullshit. So that's how you know I'm serious. I will never steal ever again in from anywhere else here in this town. Please.
She, like, make a persuasion check.
Crap. Oh no.
She, like, looks you from, like, head to toe again, and she goes, "No, I do not believe you. Thieves are thieves, no matter where you go. Besides, every shop within, from here all the way down to, what's the place that the dwarves live? Greycliff. Greycliff and Hanbury. Everybody knows that those with a golden eye are a thief. So why would I unbox somebody who has wronged so many?"
This is actually the first time I've stolen anything in my entire life, or at least attempted to.
And you expect me to believe that? No, I'm not going to lift this curse.
Please. Please. I'm gonna like get on my knees and like just please. 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 Just once.
She looks to you,
For the
Merrick,
love
and
of
she
all that
goes, "Is she always this pitiful?"
I am. My eye is blind right now, man. I can only see out of this thing.
No, she's normally much more, how do you say,
Arrogant.
cheerful, but and confident. But she wasn't expecting this.
Well, of
Well,
course
of
she
course she
wasn't. No thieves expect this.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to your? Why do you look different?
Oh, that's something I use for people that I don't recognize. I assume that you guys are part of some pirate crew, but I've never seen you in here before. You must not have been given enough gold to want any enchanted items from your captain. But as far as I'm concerned, she is a thief. I have to put up appearances when people walk in here to think that they can steal from me. When they believe that they can steal, they'll certainly try.
Please. Let's see out my left eye.
Of course you can't. That's the curse.
And no, it's, please. I am begging and pleading. I won't do this ever again. I swear. Like, I will mark myself if I have to. Please.
What would it take for you to teach her how to use the eye?
I don't want to learn how to use the eye. I just want to use my actual eye. I like having my own perception. I like using this. I like this eye. I'm very partial to it.
Just ask her to switch the eyes and you'll be fine.
I do not want to switch the eyes. I would like both of them, please. What can I do for you to lift this curse?
Wink, wink.
You can do nothing. I can tell you that I do not have the power to lift this curse. I may have been the one that made it, but that does not mean that I can lift it. And with that, she, like, gives you this, like, grin that looks like it's sort of menacing.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh.
Though I do much like to see you beg.
Well, I
Go
mean,
back to church.
what did I do? What did I do?
Steal.
You tried to steal. Of course you deserve this.
The only time I've
In other
ever
countries, they cut off your hand. Would you rather I cut off your hand, or would you rather I give you a golden eye? Some people have sold it, you know. Though they don't like the things they see afterwards.
I've seen some shit, so I don't.
You know, there are two conditions to set that curse upon yourself. One is to attempt to steal it from this shop. The second is to catch it. That's all I will
What am
tell you. Get out of my
supposed to
shop.
do after seeing something following a tiny golden flying thing trying to follow me, what am I supposed to do? Just walk?
Get out of my shop.
Okay, you know,
I just kind of grab her.
This
by
is
the
a burden
arm
that's
and
been put upon you. You're welcome back anytime, but only with that.
I just want to remove the curse. I just want to use my actual eye now. Why did this have to happen to me?
Because you attempted to steal. What about this are you not understanding? You attempted to steal. Of course you deserve this. Of course you
Not gonna
do.
lie, you're arguing the same points.
One time. It was just one.
It doesn't matter. A thief is a thief. For life. Now, like I said, get out of my shop.
Okay, I guess I walk in at this point, and I'm gonna try and assist her because I feel bad. So I'm gonna go up to the shopkeeper, and using persuasion, I'm going to ask her what can I do to help make things right.
She looks at you and she goes, "Everything is already right. I mean, I cannot lift this curse. It's just something that I place upon people. It is what it is. She's stuck with it. If she did not want the curse, then she should not have attempted to steal. Then after the item
Okay.
followed her, she shouldn't have attempted to steal it again.
Is
I honestly
there
don't
any-
understand what's so hard to see about this. And in a place full of pirates, we have to have some form of system, don't we? Everybody is thieves in this town.
Yes. But for every curse, there must be a way to break the curse. So, is there any? Do you like? Is there someone that like I could pay money to sing songs for? Go on a great adventure to grab some legendary artifact that I'm sure that they've lost sometime in their lifetime. That happens all the time. There's got to be some way of dealing with this.
Not that I know of.
Do we have clerics on the ship?
No, we do not.
Fuck me.
So-
At least we're not clerics.
anus. Okay.
Well, then I guess at this point I also walk in. I just sort of, look over at Kaya. Just let me guess, no dice, and you're screwed for life.
This curse stays on me until I die, right?
As far as I know, yes.
So, if I were to die, this is me asking the DM. If I were to die and just be revivified, us can do it currently. But we find someone to revivify me. Would the curse come back?
No, because it's a material item. So, well, actually, that begs the question of when you die, do attuned items go away? Because this thing is attuned to you. It's taking one of your attune slots.
It just depends on the item, whether it's soul bound or just bound to the body.
Yeah, because when you attune to an item, like I'm pretty sure that when you die, like attuned items remain attuned if you're like revived.
Until
I'm pretty sure you don't have to reattune. So
So what if she passes the eye off to somebody else? Can it attune to them?
if she can make it activate, then yes. If she can meet the conditions to have them still the eye within the shop, attempt to go through the barrier, and then like catch it afterwards, then yes. She would no longer be attuned to the item, because those are the conditions to attune to the item. Somebody else would have to attune to the item for her to lift the curse.
Oh, I got
However, that is
ideas.
not something that your characters would know.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So we're gonna have to
Alright,
find out.
Well, Kaya, it looks like you're stuck with it for now. Just, we'll try to figure something out. But
Is it about the size of an eyeball? It's
Yeah, it's about the size of an eyeball. It's a golf ball is around the size of an eye.
so it would be obvious that it's a golden snitch inside my eye, right?
Yep, unless you were to wear an eye patch or something to cover it.
I will happily wear an eye patch.
So just put it in your pocket.
I'm gonna do some crazy shit, guys.
I mean, to be perfectly
So-
fair, this could be useful.
I mean, yeah, once you learn how to use it.
yeah, because once you learn how to use it, there could be a way to turn it off and on.
So anyway, as we're just all kind of debating, I just sort of turn to this lady, and it's just like, so I know we've had our differences, but this is really nice handiwork, and I gotta say I'm impressed.
Thank you. Like I said, we need some way to deal with thieves. This is how we do it.
Fair enough. I did say you should seek counseling, didn't I? Now look where it got you.
It was one time.
Yeah, all it took was one, and now you're half blind, kind of.
This feels like a '90s drug PSA now.
You
Don't
wouldn't steal a
steal
car.
You'll get a golden snitch as an eye.
You wouldn't steal.
I mean, hey, it's a
snitch.
classic. My mom told me that story when I was a child. I'm just
Oh
kidding,
my God.
but still.
I hate everything.
Alright, well, I think
Okay.
it's about time we leave.
Yeah,
We
we've
need to
wasted enough
get
of this
back
poor
to the
woman's
ship.
time.
So are
Are
you
you
guys
done
leaving the shop?
begging?
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm heading
walk
out.
over and help, kind of help / force Kaya up from her kneeling / begging position.
I'm not even
And
feeling
then-
anymore. I'm just laying there.
Whatever. I grab you and pick you up, and then I wink to the shopkeeper and walk out while dragging Kaya behind me.
Come back anytime. Your type is always welcome. And with that, she like eyes you up and down, Merrick.
Hey, I'm gonna go. I want to go back to. I'm gonna go back to the ship now.
I just kind of laugh.
Like,
Oh crap! What's the captain
Merrick
gonna
got
say
a
about this?
girlfriend. Merrick got a girlfriend.
Not a girlfriend. Hey, if I can exchange sex for free items, I'll do that any day. I'll do that any day.
Oh god.
Spoken like a true adventurer.
Or... I mean, come on, I'm kind of a slut, but I have standards.
Okay, so as you guys walk back to the shop, people like seem to notice Kaya having like one eye closed and then holding a golden ball in the other.
Oh,
It
no,
seems
I put it in
like
the bag.
as you look around, you actually notice that there's quite a few people with golden balls like replacing their eyes. It's a lot more than you would have noticed previously.
Can I real quick before we before we go back to the ship, can I run into the general store and buy an eye patch for Kaya until we get this fixed?
Sure.
Actually, hold on. I just realized I don't have gold. I spent 105 gold on 3 potions and I don't have.
I'll buy her an eye patch.
Okay.
Oh, hey, yeah, yeah.
You guys
Okay.
don't have to buy me an eye patch. It's fine.
There's gonna be 5
Oh.
copper pieces for an eye patch.
Okay, can I get one with like a little spider embroidered on it though?
That's going to cost you about a silver piece if you want to do that.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Excellent. It's like I give her to her and say, look, it has George on it.
Yay.
That
George
this
the
way,
rescue.
and I should when after the after the storyteller hands Kaya the patch, I just say this will help you look more normal.
I already don't look normal. So at this point,
Just sort of like grudging the
start
elbow.
walking. I just
Are
I
ye
just
be a real pirate now?
Yes.
Hey, all I
I
need
mean-
is a peg leg and a hook, and I'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Like half of the pirates
I mean,
these
she
days
did
have eye
say you can
patches.
cut off your hand.
No, that was. I'm going to the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the ship now.
I'm gonna follow you. Just sort
As
of,
you
like,
get on the ship,
jokingly teasing her the whole way.
the captain is waiting for you guys. You guys are actually like holding up the ship's departure. He's going to go. You guys took too long in your leisurely activities. Oh, Kaya, I see you've gotten the golden eye. Would you like us to rip out your old one? And then he gives you like a playful like smile when he says that.
I'm honestly contemplating it. Don't even joke.
Oh, if you'd like to, we can do it. We've already done it to a few of our crew members. Just look around you. As you look around, you find like 5 or 6 people with golden eyes.
I don't feel as bad now that I'm not the only person that's an idiot. Okay, I'll think about it. Give me like maybe an hour, and I'll let you know.
Sure, no problem.
Jeez.
Just know that
What
it
do you
is
mean an hour?
a very painful experience, and it takes a few weeks for recovery before you can slip the gold one in there. But once you do, it'll be good as new.
I like pain, so okay.
Oh, trust me, you won't like this much pain.
Oh.
Anyways, you guys took too long. We're going to be talking about 5 gold pieces from each of your pay. Let's get going.
Hooray.
Oh, Captain, my captain. So what are our orders, Merrick?
Yay, we're back on the ship.
Sort of just enjoying the salt breeze. I do love the water.
Where is it?
All right, time to roll a D100 to see if I actually go through with it.
Ooh.
Okay, are you going to? Or was it under 50 you're doing it, or under 50 you're not doing it?
Under 50, I was doing it.
Okay.
Oh.
Crap. Yeah, nope, I'm going through. Within the hour, I'm just gonna go, yep, just take my eye out, the left one.
You are a brave, brave individual, and I admire the fact that you stuck to that.
I'm just gonna go, you guys might want to tie me down. My immediate reaction to someone causing me pain is to punch. Just so you know right now.
Ooh.
I think what we're gonna have to do is just liquor her up first.
Oh, don't
Well, I
even
mean,
worry
someone
about
grab,
that.
like, a-
We don't want her to have liquor. It thins the blood. And trust me, there's going to be a lot of blood. With
Oh,
that, the
great.
captain grabs you and he
Oh.
leads you into the surgical area that they have in the cabin. There's like bloody tools everywhere. This was like before sanitation was a big thing, so like they didn't really wash things after surgeries and that kind of thing. So it's not very clean at all. But it's like something that you're used to, especially being in as many like battles on the open sea as you have. As you walk in, he leads you to the wooden table with straps on it. He says, "Lay down, and we'll get started."
Did he take
Okay.
all of us in there? Was it just her?
He just has her, but you guys can follow if you wanted to.
I'd like to follow. I like medical things.
I'm following.
Okay.
I'm good.
You have my support, darling.
Obviously, in my stories about like all the heroes I traveled with, this is gonna be like a key feature in that saga about the brave monk who had her eye cut out because she got caught stealing.
That's.
Brave.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
Let me know
Does
when you're
anyone have
ready.
any leather or something for to bite down on?
I will never be ready. Just do it.
So
Could I
he
make,
lays you
like,
down
a
on the
medicine
table.
check?
Make a medicine
I
check
was wondering if
for.
make a medicine check for sanitation, like to see if I could do anything to make the process, less
Oh.
disgusting.
Oh, how I wish I was level 10. Because then I'd be immune to diseases and poisons, and I wouldn't have to worry about the sanitation portion of this.
Would that be all right?
Yeah, you could do that.
All right.
You're able to like clean up a few of the tools. You clean up most of like the wet blood and then quite a bit of the dry blood, but at this point the tools have been used to a point where like they're stained and you just aren't able to get everything out of the metal.
Well, I tried my best. Best of luck, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he straps you down to the table, your shoulders and everything. He says you might want to bite down on this, and he puts like a wooden like spool in your mouth. He says, Icarus, prepare a healing spell. That way, so her recovery time won't be too long. Of course, we're going on a raid. I don't want her unable to move.
All right, I'll give you one of my seconds.
Okay, and with that, you see him take out what looks to be like. It looks like a very, very, very wide, like, spork. Like, you know, the things that you can get from, like, KFC. It looks like that, except it's metal, and it's a lot wider. And it's, like, it has sharpened, like, tips for when it goes in to scoop out and pop out an eye.
Oh, God.
He looks
This
at
is
you,
intense.
and he
I love it.
goes, I hope you're ready for this. And he starts to, bring, like, the scalpel down close to your eye. As he brings this, like, spoon-like thing, to your eye, it begins to touch, and you fear as you feel as it, like, pierces through, like, the eye and the flesh that's underneath, and it starts to, like, he begins to, like, scoop out your eye with, like, this serrated edge, and it is
Oh no, you're describing it.
extremely painful.
Just do a cutscene. I don't want it. No. Cut to back. Fade to black. Fade to black.
as it like enters your eye, you can feel like the blood gushing from the wound onto your face as he begins to like pop your eye out. When he pops the eye out of its socket, the optical nerve is still attached, and he says, "This is where it gets painful." And at this point, you've been like screaming like bloody murder, and you're like on the verge of passing out. He goes,
Oh,
he looks at you and he says, "I hope you're ready for this with your working eye." And he takes a pair of scissors and he cuts your optical nerve, and you pass out.
That was a very interesting experience. Thank you, Captain.
you didn't have to describe it.
I absolutely had to describe it, otherwise you don't feel the impact of it.
Ah.
Kind of a
He looks
job.
to you, Icarus. He looks to you and he says, "Icarus, stop the bleeding. Don't
I'll
don't
try
do
my
too
best.
much to it, because of course she still has to know the severity of her actions of stealing. I don't tolerate thieves on my ship, so don't make it uh any less painful. Just stop the bleeding."
All right, Captain. I kind of pity her, so I want to heal it up as best as possible.
And you
So,
took 15 points of damage as he scooped out your eye,
well,
just so you know.
Oh,
damn. Ooh. It's like half
thanks,
my life.
man. I am
Alright,
an idiot, but that's okay. I am now at 6.
Okay. I. Is there a way that I can cast the spell without just like sending out the little like message of what it is? Or do I just have to roll for it?
You can
You
just roll for
can
the healing
just
spell.
yeah, you should be able to just roll for it.
Okay.
Because what are you casting? Healing word or
Healing word, yeah, it's the only one I've got.
okay?
So. Okay, so that would be 2d4s because I'm just doing it from a second level skill slot, plus
It-
3.
You should have it if you have it in your like attack list. Then you
Oh,
should be
my
able to just
attack
click
list.
on that.
Oh,
Yeah. You can click on healing word in your attack list, and it'll ask you what level you want to cast it at, and then you just choose second level, and it'll roll for you.
Mm-hmm.
now that is neat. Alright, just a second. I'm trying that.
My actual left eye kind of
Sorry, I'm
hurts
still
now.
pretty new to it.
Like IRL.
Oh,
Yes.
sympathetic symptoms.
It's like as you were describing it, I'm
Okay,
like
cast
pressing
at-
on that eye, and now it kind of hurts a little bit.
There we go.
There you go, nice. So 6 points of healing.
So Icarus points his like finger upwards as if he was going to spin a basketball on it. He mutters some words, and then green like a green arcane light begins to like pulse upwards into his arm, forming on his fingertip, and a small ball of green light. As he like flicks his finger, the light kind of it flows into the empty eye socket that's bleeding, and it just looks absolutely disgusting. And you watch as it just it seems like it cauterizes the wound a bit, but it still looks very raw.
Well, I did quite literally the best I could. I mean, besides like 2 extra points. But anyway, she's still passed out.
Yeah.
Could I do another medicine check to see if there's anything like I could sanitize it, make sure it doesn't get infected, or anything else I should do? Or is it just too late?
Healing word alone stops infection, so you're good.
Okay.
It's not going to get infected because that's what magical healing does. So.
Oh,
With
you
that,
got
the
it.
captain is like holding and dangling the eye with his optical nerve. He's like, "Who wants it?" He's like swinging it back and
Yeah,
forth
raise
like a
my hand.
pendulum.
Raise my hand. Me.
He tosses it to you. Like he like flicks it by the optical nerve and tosses it to you.
Catches it, sort of disgustingly. All right, I want to contain this properly. Can I store it in like some sort of
Find some
formaldehyde?
vinegar. Yeah, formaldehyde.
Yeah.
Store it.
Yeah. Is there anything around, or could I just use alcohol?
There's pickled vegetables down below. If you wanted to like take some of the some of the brine from the bottom, then you could do that, or you could just like throw it in a like glass jar of rum. So you have a choice between pickling liquid or rum that you can toss it in.
What do you think, guys? I mean,
Rum, more
Huh.
appropriate, more thematically
Rum?
appropriate.
Is very much
all
appropriate.
right, all right.
On brand. I second this
Hey,
motion.
shut up.
even
You're
though-
asleep. All right, fine. Okay, so put it in the rum then, and then keep it in like a small enough container that you can give it to her when she wakes up as a little souvenir of her stupidity. Not taking my advice.
I'm
Like a
sorry, I'm
fool.
chaotic neutral. I
You
just
should
do
I'm
things.
sorry, I'm chaotic good.
It's like you give it us now. We could always keep an eye on you.
Lol.
Okay, okay. Just I'm done with that one.
Okay, and with that, the captain leaves the quarters. He walks down off the ship, and then he walks onto the ship that he'll be riding on, and he says, "Raise planks, we're setting sail." And with that,
Nice.
the crew puts itself to work, and it begins raising everything. By the way, Merrick wasn't the first mate. That was Denny, just so you know.
Oh, he didn't join us.
No, Denny's not
That's right.
playing today. He
Oh.
said he's facing a lot of financial strain. So he said that he may have to just stop playing in general. So for now, I just gave his character scurvy for this session. And he's down below the deck, sick because he didn't eat enough oranges. So, yeah, he's
Damn.
just down below the deck, and if he stops playing with us permanently, we'll have to see what we can do with this character. But currently, he's not able to join us for this session, unfortunately, and I don't want to postpone it another week. We've gone a month without a session, so
Yeah, sorry.
it's good. Okay, so yeah, he boards his ship, and then the ship's set sail. You guys have sailed enough at this point to know what you're doing, and it goes, fairly smoothly. About 3 hours later, Kaya, you wake up with this, pulsating pain in your left eye, or your left eye socket, I should say.
I immediately throw up.
Okay, you puke all over the floor and the bottom in your hammock. It lands on top of your trunk and that kind of stuff.
Wait, are we around or are we above deck?
You guys are above deck going about your duties currently.
I grab the eye patch that I had in my pocket. I hope it's still in my pocket, and I put it over.
Oh, you don't want to see your eye socket in a mirror first?
No, I do not. I'm gonna just tie it on and go.
Come on. You gotta look at it.
No, because if I do, I'm gonna puke again.
You
Well,
should put the golden eye real up close to it so you can get a good microscopic view of what's going on inside your nog.
no, I'm not doing that. I will look in the mirror and see what it looks like. I know what
Oh,
empty
goody.
eye socket looks like.
Okay, as you hold the mirror up to this empty eye socket, normally it would be black due to the dead flesh and things that are inside of it, but yours is very red and raw. It's it's very, very fresh, I should say. It looks as though you just had surgery and there are stitches all over the inside of your eye. So it's just raw pink flesh everywhere.
Hey, I do not puke. I'm gonna put the eye patch on. I'm gonna go up. Do I still have the golden snitch, or does somebody else have it?
You have it at this point. You're always going to be in possession of it, so.
Okay. Would I be able to put it in my eyeball now, in the socket now, or is it too early to do that?
It's way too early to do that.
Got it. Just gonna keep it in my pocket.
I mean, if you wanted to try, you definitely could. It would just
am-
be. I mean,
I
it'd just be more damage, so.
I think the captain said it's 2 weeks before the eye socket is it's been empty enough for it to easily slip in. So
Yeah, like, honey, I only healed 6 points of damage. That might hurt quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna eye patch it and above deck.
Okay, you guys watch as Kaya's form begins to emerge from the stairs and coming up onto the main deck.
Sort of rush over, check to make sure she's okay. Just, are you okay? What's wrong? I know it hurts. Where does it hurt? Does it feel infected? Did it look infected? Have you looked inside of it yet?
Oh
Just
my
sort of like
god.
yabbering at her.
Oh, there's a lot of questions. I need alcohol.
Okay. Above all, are you gonna be all right?
I think so. Yeah, I'll be fine.
All
Glad to
right.
see
I
you're
still
up.
have that barrel of rum if you need it. Oh, and then yeah, under the eye.
Does my eye look the same? Like, is it this? I know my eye color is amber, so it's like a amber color. Is it still that color, or is it different?
I
Looking
mean, your
through
iris is
the
pretty
brown
colored.
color of the rum, you aren't really able to see the actual color of your iris. But looking at it, it looks as though it's not as round as it was. Like, top half of the eye has actually been scraped off from the spoon as he dug it into your eye to remove it. But yeah, it's definitely your eye. It's just the top half is missing.
Nice.
All it takes is one shot. I believe in you.
Not drinking this. I'm just gonna put this in. Put this away. I just need a
All right.
shot.
It was a joke. Jeez.
It's fine. This still hurts.
Well, glad to have you up and at 'em, but we should probably get back to what we need to be doing.
Yeah, let's do that then. And I go to doing work while drinking. Not heavily, but yeah,
While drinking heavily.
enough to where it's the pain is a bit numb.
Okay. You guys are able to go about your daily tasks just fine. The first day goes without incidents. It's going to take you guys about 2 to 3 days to reach the interception path for the ship that you're raiding. Did you guys want to do anything else during the day?
I would like to, I don't know, play cards with someone. Sounds like fun during a recreation period or whatever.
I'm gonna practice throwing darts and hitting things with just my one eye.
You know what, actually, you're playing cards. Can I practice cooking?
Sure. You can go
Alright.
down and help to cook
Thank you very
dinner.
much.
I
don't-
secretly pressed the alert Isaac, or rather Icarus, is in the kitchen button that I'm sure we installed months ago.
I refuse to take a part in the main dish. I just refuse. Like, he asks for help, I say no. I've ruined this before. I ain't done this shit again. It ain't happening.
Oh
Okay, so you're helping him work on the porridge for the side dish. The main dish is some boiled beets. Go ahead and make a cooking utensils check. If you don't have proficiency, then it
would
will
that
just be. Do you have
I do have the
proficiency?
proficiency.
Okay, then there
Yeah,
should be cook's
so
tools
it
on
would-
your character sheet that you can just click on.
Would that be wisdom
Um,
or intelligence, dexterity?
so because it's porridge, it's going to be a wisdom
Okay.
because you're dealing with various grains, oats, and herbs to make it. So you're able to make
Yeah.
a fairly good porridge. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes above average.
Do we have anything lying around, like maybe like raisins? I mean, dried grapes. That's pretty good. I've always had that in porridge. It's pretty
This
good.
isn't like a breakfast porridge. This is going to be like a it's going to be like a dinner
Savory
porridge.
porridge.
So like yeah, it's gonna be savory.
Okay. Any additional spices lying around that are possible to add to it? Would to give it a little extra flair? Snaps fingers gaily.
You can add like pepper to it. You can add like dried seaweed to it. There's a like the like kitchen is full of spices.
All right. Could I ask the chef for his opinion?
You can always throw some dry seaweed in it. It brings out the flavor more. It makes it taste more savory. I'm unsure of why.
Well, I mean, the salt and the seaweed, but all right. So I'd like to do that, and then look around. Do we have any paprika? This paprika is really good mixed with seaweed.
No,
You
there
should
is
try
no
it sometime.
paprika.
Well, I mean, that's actually a pretty expensive spice back in those times, so I feel that. All right, yeah, just adding in the seaweed.
Okay. So you add in like dried seaweed flakes, and you're able to like raise the flavor of the porridge just a little bit. But overall, it's a pretty
Alrighty.
good porridge.
Look, guys, I did it.
Proud of you.
Oh my goodness. I wish we had recorded the last time I tried to make food. That was quite funny. Alright then. What next?
Is anybody else doing anything for the day?
Just singing songs.
Okay. You just go ahead and make a performance check.
Alrighty. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. That's my spell list.
You're able to raise the morale of the crew by a point.
Hooray!
Brava.
Okay. Anybody else?
No.
Okay.
Could
So go ahead.
like towards the end of the day, could I check in on how Kaya is doing with her eye and everything?
I'm like training myself to just be able to use my one eye at the moment.
Yeah, you see her as she's just like throwing darts with a pulsing like pain in the back of her head.
Oh Jesus. Should I do
Make a
medicine check?
dexterity check for me, Kaya.
Oh, great.
So you're like trying to throw with your one eye. It's just not going as well as you would have hoped. At this point, it's going like a bit slower than you were hoping it to go.
Great.
I just, as I'm like coming over to visit with Kaya, I asked like, is there anything that you're concerned about? Would you like me to take a look at it? I was fairly decent at medicine.
And sure, I guess. And I take off the eye patch. Try to
All right.
blink.
Should I
but
roll a
can't.
medicine check then?
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine
Medicine
check.
check?
Constantly winking. It's forever.
It's my favorite. I love making medicine checks. What is it with me and 12s and medicine?
Looking inside of like the eye socket, it doesn't look to it looks like it's going along fairly well. You're following the captain's orders and not healing it to be completely like ready to go, but it doesn't look like it has any risk of being infected.
Do I have to follow the captain's orders?
You don't have to, but I highly recommend you do.
Is Merrick around?
Merrick, are you around?
I don't know. I'm just doing whatever my chores are. I don't know where they are.
I'm not sure
Okay,
where. Well, Kaya would be
well,
like
say
throwing
I
darts in the recreational area below the ship, and you would just be
Okay,
like
well,
patrolling the top of the ship, like looking for any potential ships and that kind of things that could be enemies.
Yeah, so I'm not around.
All right, so I turn to Kaya. Okay, I may or may not be back. And then I go around and find Merrick, and I ask his opinion. So, if I were to, say, directly disobey the captain's orders and heal her eye to my best potential, and he possibly found out because, I know he's not stupid, uh, how do you think that would go down, and should I do it?
Well, I mean, the captain wouldn't be happy about that, so he would. I don't know what other punishments you may receive, but he'd definitely take out, deduct the rest of your pay for this raid at the very least.
But I'm such a team player. Ooh. Okay, is there a way that I can heal it? Would it be possible for me to heal it to where she doesn't feel as much pain, but not to where it's noticeable and the captain notices, oh shit, he healed it multiple times, kind of thing.
With the way that healing magic works, you aren't really able to determine how it looks while easing pain. So when you heal it, it's going to heal the flesh that it's healing as well.
All right, and would you or could you tell me how many hit points it would need to be healed to look for the captain to know how many hit points would this is a weird question.
The captain's done this enough times with enough crewmates to know exactly the steps of the wound and the way that it heals. He also knows what it looks like when the wound becomes infected and that kind of stuff. So it would quite literally take only 2 hit points for him to be able to notice.
Ooh. Ah. Um. Okay, so I go back down to Kaya and I say, okay, so the captain's not on the ship. We're on the different ship. I'm so sorry for taking this all the way on the side rant. But we're on a different ship. Therefore, what if we say it got infected? Because, the surgery wasn't the thing that caused the infection, but maybe there's something on the eye patch, you got something in your eye later, kind of thing. So we obviously need to fix the infection because we can't have you, dying of some cranial infection, right? Kaya,
Okay.
right?
Look, it's fine.
Nudge, nudge.
It's okay. I see what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Necessary.
Yeah, okay, you're fine. I mean, I guess the repercussions would rebound on the both of us, so I guess it's not worth it. Never mind, throw it out the window. It was just an offer. I'm sorry. And they sort of, go back to doing menial duties.
Aw.
Tried a little something something
It's
for a fellow
okay.
klepto.
Just gonna shout, it's okay, I'm fine.
All right,
I
get
like the pain
better.
anyway.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't be that kinky. He's just walking away.
And are you guys doing anything else for the night?
Just I would say just cleaning. Try to
Okay.
clean around the ship and everything.
I'm gonna clean up the puke from earlier.
Yeah, that'd probably be a
Jesus.
good idea.
That's a good combination. You puke, I clean it up. You puke, I clean it up. You puke, Merrick cleans it up. It's all great.
I don't think Merrick would clean. I can't English.
Mood.
Words. Don't know them. I don't think Merrick would clean it up. Oh, I am gonna go up to Merrick though.
Okay.
So since the person that I know that could probably take one of my punches is there, and I'm just gonna punch him full force and see if I can hit him.
You're just gonna punch Merrick full force?
Yes, just full on unarmed, just punch him. And see, because I can't see in the other eye, and I still have the eye patch on. I'm just gonna see if I
Okay.
can.
Make an attack roll.
Which
Wait,
fist are you
Why are
using
you
to attack
punching him
him?
again?
I'm using just my fist. I'm not using weapons. I'm just unarmed striking.
Which fist are you using? Your right or your left?
Good question. I'll do flurry of blows since that's 2 attacks, and I'll do both right and left.
Okay. When you do your left attack, make it a disadvantage.
Great. I'll do. That's 15 for the disadvantage. It's 23.
Ooh.
Is
Oh, which one's the disadvantage?
So you attempt to strike him with your left fist, and it like misses completely. Like you just like swing past him, and you aren't able to. And the second actually makes impacts.
hey.
Roll for damage.
Yeah, roll for damage.
4. Well.
So you feel
wait.
as this like fist like slams into your ribs out of like fucking nowhere. Like you're just going about like minding your business, and then all of a sudden from behind you, you just like fucking like this fist just slams into your side, right into your
You know,
ribs.
instinctually, I just whip around and drop both my katanas, and I'm like, huh? Oh, what the hell, Kaya?
Well, no, I was saying it to him. I was standing in front of him, like, you know, you can only you're the
Oh.
only person that could take my punches, and then I just end the sentence there and actually attack him.
Okay, fine. Still, I'll say what the hell. That was hard.
I had to see if I could hit. That's actually pretty low for weak for what I could normally do. Rolled a 1 for that one thing for the attack, but it's it's like can't hit with my left. Got it. My peripheral's off. I was trying to see if I could actually hit. Never mind. I'm gonna walk away now, and I walk away.
As she walks away, I just shake my head.
I'm weird. I know. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Anything else for the night?
I'm gonna sleep.
Well, I would say that's important. Stay up and practice herbalism.
Okay.
Random ass thing to do, I know. But, gotta keep in touch with my roots. And so stay up a little later than I probably should, but not too late, like right now during this session when I haven't slept in the whole day. But, just like an extra couple hours, some a couple hours sufficient, but not too bad.
Okay.
And then just go to bed.
All right. So as you guys sleep, you guys are able to go ahead and sleep through the night, so that counts as a long rest. Kaya, you should be back to full hit points if you aren't already. And then, you guys wake up to the sound of, like, seagulls, and you guys, like, the captain's ship kind of, like, went out of view, just because they're, like, they're on the faster ship. They're meant to just, like, stall them for a day or half a day, until you guys can reach their position. But looking into the horizon, you guys aren't able to see any specks or anything like that. It looks like it's a pretty clear day as you guys wake up and go about your business.
All right. Well,
Oh, wait.
I
I
would
just
like to go.
realized. And caltrops and a dagger.
You what?
Ooh, funky fresh.
I bought stuff and I forgot to put it down.
Oh, I see. Did you remember to take away the gold?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I took it with the gold. I just forgot the
got it.
fact that I have it. How much? So I got like a bag of ball bearings and a bag of caltrops.
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well, in the very beginning of the morning, is it alright if I just try to grow a flower out of some of the miscellaneous seeds that I have?
If you try to grow a flower, is that what you said?
Yeah, just a little flower.
Sure.
All right.
Where are you
Should I do
trying to
check for
grow it
that,
from?
Just like a seed pod in some water that I have from my canteen.
Okay.
But
You said that it's just a
alright.
feature that you have?
I mean, yeah, a feature, so that'd be like herbalism.
Oh, you want to grow something using herbalism?
Yeah, herbalism, I guess, and then I also have it's one spell. Just a second. It's Druidcraft. Druidcraft, that's right.
Oh, okay. I was like, herbalism is like grinding herbs and stuff to make salves. It's not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
That
not
was
for
like,
growing stuff. I was like, what do you mean herbalism?
yeah, I was having a small stroke. Don't mind me.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so would I cast that then?
Yeah, that's fine. You cast
Alright.
Druidcraft and you make a small flower sprout in water.
Hooray! I would like to present this small flower to Kaya as an apology for the eye thing. I just feel really bad that she got hurt.
You know how you were so sweet, and I feel I'm a shithead. Stop doing this.
Hey, it's all platonic and everything, but I'm here for you, my guy.
I
Alright.
know, and you're very. It's nice.
Just sort of,
and
you know.
it makes me feel even more like a shithead, because I'm an a-hole.
Hey, you might be an a-hole, but you're our a-hole. So, wait, no. You might be a shithead, but you're our favorite shithead. So, there you go. Anyway, you have a great day, hun. Just sort of waddles off. Anyway, and then just go about ship duty.
The flower, right?
Yeah, you have
You
a
gave me
flower
a
now.
flower. I'm gonna braid the flower into my hair.
Oh, how sweet.
Alright, don't get all sentimental on me.
Too late. Alright. Anybody else?
I'm good. I'm gonna just every day I'm gonna practice. Just trying to get this dexterity thing, realizing that it's my left hand that I can't hit with, and just like practicing with that every day until we get there.
I mean, that's a good plan. If there's no other like pressing duties, if I'm not, you know, in need of cleaning or, you know, ship manning, then I just like to go practice cooking again, if that's acceptable.
As you guys are going about your daily activities, you guys hear a crash in the water, and you watch as a ship materializes next to you.
Like out of nowhere?
Yeah,
God damn my
it
low
looks as
passive
though like there's
perception.
a flash of like black light, and like you guys watch as like black arcane energy like spirals around the like spirals around the ship that just appeared. Why won't it let me send them? There we go.
I just had to. I'm not dexterous right now.
Oh god, that sent it all the way to the back.
Oh. Oh dear.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Jesus fucking Christ, I hate Roll20 sometimes.
Hey man, you went on a phone for a while, so.
There we go, fuck. So you guys watch as like just like this ship materializes next to you, like black arcane energy arcing from its ship, and you guys watch as like they immediately begin boarding your ship as a cannonball crashes into the side.
I draw my katana and just start attacking anyone I don't recognize. I would recognize all components, right?
You would recognize what?
All crew members.
All of your crew members. Yeah, you guys have worked with these crew members enough to like recognize all of them.
I would just start attacking anyone that I don't recognize.
Okay, I need you guys to roll initiative.
Hey.
There's no surprise
All right,
round this
who's
time.
that?
Oh,
Okay.
I need to make the initiative, like,
Not-
order first. Okay, now click on your characters and roll your initiative.
Something. By accident. Okay. Now. Hey, that's better.
Oh wow. Just as good as yesterday. I can't roll above a fucking 6.
Kaya's initial was 12, Storyteller's was 16, Merrick's was
I
4, and Icarus's
my
was 8.
HP.
Okay.
Pretty good. I need coffee.
I'm just editing some NPC options really quick. Okay. So you guys watch as these figures that are cloaked in this black leather armor, and 2 of them, I mean, yeah, so 2 of them have studded armor, and then a lot of the ones on the opposing ship that had materialized are also wearing studded armor. But you guys just watch as these figures board your ship without any, like, without any precedence. They're boarding you unprovoked. And they're preparing themselves for battle. Okay, their initiative is going to be... Why did it roll for them twice? I wonder. Alright, so starting off, it is going to be the 2 people in leather armors. They're going to be starting off the initiative. Okay, so this one, where would you guys have been on the ship, by the way? Because you guys never moved your tokens from where I put them initially.
Oh, my apologies.
Probably be.
So Icarus would have been down below, so he would have been here.
Yeah, I would have been there.
Yeah, you would have been here patrolling. Cassandra, I'm assuming that you would have been in the crow's nest singing, or...
Yes, I would have been all the way up there.
Okay.
I would have probably been below deck.
So you're currently
quick
in the crow's
question, How do I
nest.
ping something?
You hold left click.
Hold click.
Left click, alright.
And then, Icarus, you hear this, this like explosion of arcane energy, and you hear the impact of the cannonball as it slams into your ship. Yeah, you just hold left click to ping.
Oh, hold left click.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, and starting off with the Gambit Captain's initiative, this one is going to approach you, Merrick, and this one is going to...
Oh, I thought these people were our crew. So all the tokens are enemies?
that are on your ship currently, yes.
Oh shit, okay.
And then there are other enemies fighting your various crew. Like I said, I'm just not going to micromanage that many fucking tokens, so... These are just,
no.
like, enemies that are focusing on you guys, not ones that are focusing on your crew.
Gotcha.
So that one's able to get to within about that distance of you, Kaya. And the one that approached you, Merrick, is going to make a multi-attack against you. And so he attempts to attack you with this scimitar and 2 daggers, and you watch as he attempts to strike you with a scimitar, it just skims past you and slams into the board of the ship. And as he attempts to stab you with a dagger, he's not able to strike you with it. And then with the second attack of his scimitar, the other slash, it also misses, slamming into the deck. Okay, and that's going to be their turn. So, Storyteller, it is your turn.
Okay, so how far up am I in the crow's nest?
You're like at the top of the crow's nest currently.
I mean, I just need to know how
Oh,
high
you mean
that
like how
is.
high it is? The crow's nest is about
Yeah.
60 feet in the air.
60 feet in the air. So how long would it take me to get down there?
It would just take like 1 round of movement because you could slide down the post of the ladder. So, it would just take your full movement to get down.
All right, cool. So I'm going to slide down.
Okay. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me.
Yes. If I botch this, I'm gonna be so upset.
If you botch
Hey.
this, you're gonna take about, like 1d8 bludgeoning damage from falling.
So yeah, you're able to like grip onto the side of the ladder. As you like start sliding down, you get about halfway down the ladder before the friction starts to like burn your hands, and you instinctually end up letting go.
Oh, Jesus.
And you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall onto the deck.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. I announced that I meant to do that.
Icarus rolls his eyes. Just great. What a wonderful start.
So you are now prone on the ground.
Okay, cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to point at Merrick and yell, "You! I believe in you!" and give him a bardic inspiration
Bardic
die.
inspiration.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, and that is going to be your turn, I assume?
Would I be able to stand up as a bonus action, or will that take my entire movement?
It takes half of your movement to stand up. So you
It
could
takes
bonus
half my
action
movement.
dash and then use half of your movement to stand up. Half of your dash
Wait,
movement to stand up.
Does he have a bonus action for dash?
No. Oh wait, no. Dash is a full
no,
action.
that's
Yeah,
a rogue.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
you're not a
I'm a bard,
rogue.
not a rogue.
Yeah, rogues have bonus action
Yeah.
dash. And monks do
Alright.
too if they spend key points.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna use my However, I am gonna use my bonus action to loudly complain about the laws of physics.
Okay.
But in a world of magic, this shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
It is now the normal bandit's turn. This one is going to move to the opposite side of you, Merrick. This one is going to
Opposite
move.
side of-
Yeah, he moved to the left side of you. Oh wait, no. Yeah, that's not your token. That's your token.
me. Yeah, there you go.
And then this guy is going to move to the opposite side of the storyteller. This one is going to move to Kaya. And this one's going to go stand by the stairs, waiting for anybody to come up. And he's going to. This one's going to hold his action for somebody coming up.
Yeah, I'm not above deck yet. I'm below deck.
Oh, you're below deck too?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was in the rec room,
Okay,
remember?
so that means that you guys are both down there.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, this one's just going to be at the wheel then. And then these ones are going to make attacks at Storyteller and Merrick.
Hooray!
So
I'm
these
on the
ones
ground.
are this is the one against Merrick. That is a 16. So he
Yeah.
attempts to hit you, and you wait. No, he has advantage. That's actually a crit.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about advantage because they're flanking you. So you watch as he like takes a scimitar and he slashes you across your chest, and you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
That's an
Ah.
ouch.
Fat rip.
Ew.
Okay, so you watch as one of them attempts to strike you, and he's not able to hit you, Storyteller. His scimitar slides past you and strikes the ground. The other one, however, is able to land a blow on you, and you are taking 5 points of slashing damage as the scimitar grazes across your chest.
Oh god. I scream.
Okay. And Kaya, it is your turn.
Oh. How much of my movement would it take to get up there?
The rec room is only on the second floor, so you'd be able to get up there with one movement. You'd be able to get to the top of the staircase.
Okay.
Because the dartboard is kind of hanging from the back of the stairs.
Alright, that's full 45 feet.
Yeah, that's going to be 45 feet. So go around and then walk up the stairs up to the main deck. Yes.
Got it. So, I'm gonna go up, look around. So I'm gonna still be right there.
Yeah, you're gonna be here at the top of the stairs.
Why not? I'll spend a key and do Fangs of the Fire Snake.
Okay. As you approach the top of the stairs, the bandit that was holding his action is going to make a light crossbow attack at you. So as you approach the top of the stairs, you feel a thunk as a crossbow bolt strikes you in your shoulder, and you take 2 piercing damage.
I want to catch it.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, I forgot you had to deflect missiles.
Okay.
Is it 1d8 plus your monk level?
It's 1d10.
Plus, is it just 1d10 straight or 1d10?
Hold on, let me see. Deflect missiles is 1d10 plus my dex plus my monk level.
Yeah. And then if you reduce the damage to 0, you can attempt to throw it back at him.
Well,
Yeah.
d10 is I catch it.
Yeah, so you're able to catch it.
And
I'm
then,
gonna throw it back at him.
Okay.
yeah, because it's a free action to do it, so.
And does that take a key point to do, or is it just innate?
Oh, it takes a key
That's
point to
innate,
throw
yeah.
it back.
Okay.
I think. Oh, it does take a key point to throw it back?
Yeah, it takes my reaction to catch it, but a key point to throw it back at him.
Got it.
Gotcha.
So are you throwing it back at him or no?
I'm just gonna catch it and stare at him.
Okay.
I'm still spending a key point to do Fangs of the Fire Snake, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna do
Okay.
it the same guy that just hit me. That tried to hit me.
Alright.
Oh. Missed. Poorly. I rolled a 1. Let's see.
Yeah. So as you attempt to attack this, as these flames come out of, were you kicking or were you using your fist?
I kicked.
Okay, so you watch as what appears to be tendrils of flame come out from the legs as you kicked towards him. The flames seem as though they weren't able to reach him. He was just barely able to back out of the way of the tendrils.
Still looked cool when I did it. That was my movement. I can't really do anything else, so that's it.
Okay. And Icarus, you are on the bottom level of the deck. Because you were practicing cooking, right?
That is true.
Yeah, so you were on the very bottom.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. So would it take my entire movement would get me where? Just trying to get to the top
If
of the
you
deck.
dashed, it would put you at the next stairwell.
Okay.
So if you dashed, it would
does
put
a
you at
dash-
the foot of the next stairwell.
Yeah, because you can use your full
Okay.
movement action dash.
Okay, just a second. I had a spell that was good for stuff like this. Misty Step. Let's see. teleport up to 30 feet into an unoccupied space. So that's a bonus action. Oh wow, that's fun. Okay, so would that be able to get me above deck?
It has to be a space that you can see.
Okay, so if I got up as far as I possibly could using all of my movement, where would I be? Just without the dash, because the dash takes an action.
Without the dash, you would be like at the top of the stairs that are like here, leading to the second level of the ship. So
Okay,
this leads
and
down
is
to
the
the
dash
first
an
level, and then the
action?
second set of stairs is over here to get down to the final level.
Okay,
Dash is a
and is
full
the dash an
action.
action?
Yes, it is a full
Full
action.
action. Okay, well, then I guess I would dash as well. So that would get me up to like the bottom of the staircase, the bottom of the last staircase. Then
You would be at the bottom, which would put you at around here.
okay, and then could I use Misty Step as a bonus action to get to the top of the deck?
Yes, you could. So you could use that to put yourself next to Kaya.
Okay, and like where would I be able to go on the ship? Like how far would I be able to see? Because it's 30 feet, but how much do I have left after getting up to the top of the stick?
This would put you at the top. Like Misty Step would put you here. Like using
Okay,
your Misty Step would put you here. If you dashed and then Misty Stepped, you would be here.
alrighty. Well then, I guess that's my action. I guess that's my whole turn right there.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
And then Merrick, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna swing around to the guy that hit me back and attack him.
So this one or okay.
Yeah, that one. The one that actually hit me.
Okay. That hits. Okay, so you like skid across his chest as he takes 7 points of slashing damage.
And then I'm gonna bonus action attack again.
Okay. That one misses. So as you like attempt to strike him with the second one, it like slams down into the hardwood of the deck, leaving a cut with surprisingly unsplintered wood. It's just like a straight cut.
I don't think there's any place I can move that in a better position. I guess I can move up one, right? Then I'm still within their attack range. So I can attack up.
1 second. I just realized something about the tokens. All of them are sharing health, and that's not how it's supposed to work.
Oh dear.
So that means that these guys are going to be sharing health too. So non-generic token, please. Non-generic. Did I reset you? I did not. I didn't realize that all of them would share the same health if I did it the way that I did. Because I don't want to have to make like separate fucking NPC sheets for each individual bandit. That would take way too much time. Okay, there we go. All done.
Yep. Yeah, so I just move up one square. and then so that way I can be next to storyteller.
Okay. And is that going to be your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. It is now the captain's turns. So this one is going to move here. This one is going to move here. So this one is going to make a multi-attack at you, Merrick. This one right here.
Okay.
So you watch as he takes 2 strikes with his scimitar, one slashing your chest and the other one creating almost like an X formation on your chest. And you take 11 points of slashing damage. And then he attempts to stab you with his dagger, but because of the quick motion of his attack with the scimitar, he ends up like accidentally like stabbing his own hand.
Oh, good. He rolled on that one.
And he does 6 points of slashing damage to himself. And he ends up dropping his scimitar on the ground from the pain. Okay. And then this one is going to make a multi-attack at you, Kaya.
I should have done that dodge thing. Patient defense.
So you watch as he attempts to strike you with the scimitar. His first attack, he ends up like slashing upwards, and he just misses you completely. And he ends up like going with such force that the scimitar actually comes around and strikes him in the back as well. And he deals 5 points of slashing damage to himself.
Air bud.
Wait, I'm confused. Why did that one take the... This one took the damage as well. It's not supposed to be taking the damage. So...
Alright.
Was that 40? These tokens are not working the way I was expecting them to.
It happens. Roll 20 can be a mess sometimes.
Okay, so he ends up dealing 5 slashing damage to himself, and as he attempts to strike you again, this time he is doing an overhead strike, and it strikes the ground. He also attempts to strike you with his dagger, but you're able to easily sidestep it. And then Storyteller, it is your turn.
Excellent. Alright, let's see. How much damage does Merrick have?
He looks to be pretty roughed up. Like
Okay,
he's bleeding pretty heavily.
Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use Healing Word on Merrick. So I'm going to cast that as a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
Let me get my spell list up. Cast at level 2.
Thank God.
And Merrick, you watch as as this like arcane energy pulses up her hand, forming a ball of blue light at her fingertip, and she flicks her finger and sends it towards you. And it like pulses throughout your body, leaving you with a warm glow, and your wounds begin to close.
I really needed that.
All right, and I'm going to make a short movement right here, and that way I'm flanking this minion right here, and then I'm going to attack him.
Okay. The other one gets an attack of opportunity because you moved out of its attack range.
Correct.
And it does not hit. So you're able to
Excellent.
go ahead and go past with relative ease.
All right.
And then go ahead. And what are you doing for your main attack?
I'm just attacking with my rapier.
Okay.
17.
Yep. So that hits.
Oh, wrong button. Hold on. Let me just roll it.
Oh, you can just click
Yeah, you
here.
just click the rapier.
Yeah, you can just click the word rapier, and it will do the damage for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it did 1d8 plus 2 dex. You rolled a 6. Or you can actually click on it to roll. I was just showing
Okay.
you what you can do.
Well, we'll just go with that. That's good damage.
Okay. So you pierce your rapier into the shoulder of this bandit, and he screams out in agony as the blade pierces him. Okay, is that going to be your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, normal bandit's turn. This one is going to move up to Kaya. This one's going to make an attack against Icarus, this one against Storyteller, and this one against Merrick. Okay.
Ooh.
And then this one is going to move here. And this one's going to go ahead and move here. Okay, so the one against you, Kaya, is going to make a scimitar attack. So you watch as he slashes down his sword, and he's able to graze your shoulder, and you take 7 points of slashing damage. Oh, did the music stop? Oh, it did.
Never hear music to begin with.
Oh, there was music playing. It was just like...
It's not on. She doesn't have it on repeat.
It's on repeat now, so...
Ow,
I also turned it up a little bit, so...
Funky crash.
Okay, and then Icarus, this one is going to make a scimitar attack against you.
How fun.
It attempts to strike you with the scimitar, and it strikes your armor, but it's not able to pierce through. The blade is too dull. This one is going to attack you, Storyteller.
All right.
As it attempts to strike you, it like hits the armor that you're wearing, but it's not able to pierce through.
Excellent.
This one is attacking you, Merrick. So it strikes you as you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Great. Everything's hitting me when I have a 17 AC.
Yeah, that one
That's-
crit, so...
How do you think I feel? I have a 14 AC.
Loser.
How much damage was it? 7?
Are you?
Yeah, so it was 7 points of slashing. It rolled low on its damage. It rolled a crit, so... and then the other one is also going to attack you, and it misses. So it strikes your armor, but it's not able to pierce through. And then Kaya, it is your turn.
Okay. Pull around me. Do I want to move away? I'm gonna take my quarterstaff and I'm gonna hit this guy.
Okay.
Ace.
Okay, I turned that music up a little bit too loud. I'm turning it down a little bit. There we go.
Oh.
You attempt to strike it with your quarterstaff. You watch as the quarterstaff arcs through the air, and he's just, like, ducks as it passes over his head.
I don't know. I'm gonna spend a key to do patient defense.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, Icarus, it is your turn. Merrick looks like he's pretty messed up.
Alright, thank you. I was just about to ask. Okay,
I
so
knew you
you'd
were
say
going to
Merrick
ask, so...
looks like- Yeah, Merrick looks like they're in the worst condition right now.
Out of everybody, he is in the worst condition, yes.
And then how's Storyteller doing?
Storyteller is doing okay.
All right, and then sorry, words. Kara.
I'm fine.
Yep,
Don't
Kaya
worry
also
about
looks as though she's okay.
Kaya. There's no R on that word. Yeah.
Nope, there
All
sure
right.
isn't.
Fantastic. Uh, there sure isn't. The more you know. All right. So rushing up the stairs, Isaac has a mild panic attack, but he's used to it by now. So he just goes along the business of getting ready to attack. So let's see. I would say, as I'm looking around and I see that Merrick's definitely in the worst condition, I would like to use my action to put an attack uh, on this person. Is it doing?
What person?
Oh, hold click. That's right. That one. There we
Okay.
go.
So
I keep
you're
forgetting it's hold click.
you're spell attacking it?
Yes, I'm using Moonbeam. Right. That. Did it go through?
We don't see.
There it goes.
Oh, okay.
Is it just single target? It doesn't say. Or is it AoE?
Just a second. Okay, so how do I send it without casting it to just looking at it?
Just click on it in your spell list.
Yeah, it wants me to cast it.
When you click on it in your spell list, it does that? Are you on your spell list or are you
yeah.
on your attack rolls?
Spell list. So yeah.
Then when you click on Moonbeam, yeah, for some reason it's having you roll an attack from your spell list, but either way, let me just like copy and paste it. So it's a 5-foot radius. Okay, so it's just within its base, but it's 40 feet high. Yep. What level are you casting at? Oh, yeah. Well, I know that. I just wasn't sure. Like, I didn't look at the spell's level. Okay. So you like, you. It seems as though you almost like make a fist and pull downwards, and as you do so, a cylinder of light falls down upon this bandit, and he begins to take. Like, it seems as though he's almost burning from the damage that's inside of it. And he takes 7 points of radiant damage. Okay, and were you doing anything else on your turn? Icarus? Isaac, you there? Hello, Isaac?
Oh my goodness, so sorry.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, so sorry. I was trying so hard. All right. Sorry. What did I miss?
I asked if you were doing anything else for your turn.
Yes. Okay. So I would obviously like to cast Healing Word on Merrick.
You already cast a leveled spell this turn.
It's a bonus. Oh, that's right. I can't do a spell.
Correct,
Shoot,
because
really
you
should've thought
casted
about
a
that.
leveled spell already.
Yeah.
You can cast a
That's right.
cantrip if a cantrip has a bonus action as an option, but you can only cast one leveled spell per turn.
Right. Okay.
That's why I was like kind of surprised when you were doing an attack roll.
My apologies. Completely blew my mind. I'll cast that then.
Shalala, okay.
Chandaluha, yes, indeed. And get that ready. And sorry to ditch you, Kaya, but for my movements, I would like to move here, right by his side.
Okay, you are
That
provoking an
feasible?
attack of opportunity.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Okay, so it attempts to strike you, and you watch as its scimitar, like, just grazes the backside of your armor.
As I expected. Alright. Awesome. That's my turn.
Okay, Merrick, it is your turn.
Okay. So seeing as we're quickly getting overwhelmed, I'm gonna scream and bonus action second wind.
Okay.
I heal for 6 points.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack this one.
Alright. That's a definite hit.
So that's bravo.
15 points of damage.
On this one?
Yes.
So you watch as you strike your katana, and it cuts from his shoulder all the way through to the other side of his body, and his body falls to the ground.
Okay, and then I'm going
Pudding.
to action surge, and then attack this one.
Attack which one? Okay. That hits.
11 points of damage.
Once again, your katana cleaves through this man's body with your other katana, and you watch as it splits in half.
Fuck you.
Putting the damn in damage since 5 in the morning.
And that's all.
Okay, it is now the bandit captain's turn. So you guys are like in the heat of battle, and you guys watch as the bandit captains look back towards their ship and see a cloaked figure and the cloak seems to be shimmering on their back. It seems as though it's very hard to like discern what it is, and they see the cloaked figure standing on the ship, and it's holding a book. And then the bandit captains yell out, "It's time to go, boys! We have what we need!" And he is going to move away from you, so both of you got attacks of opportunity.
Fucking hell.
Okay, so you attempt to strike him with your katana, and it misses him. That one hits.
Okay. Fun. So that would be 1d8 plus.
You can, like I said, you can just click the quarterstaff or the chat.
Yeah, with the chandelier, it
Shalala?
changes the modifier. Yes, I'm never going to pronounce it correctly. Yes, with the shillelagh, it changes the damage modifier. Alright.
Okay, so you strike him in his shoulder with your quarterstaff as he runs away from you guys. He boards one of their boarding planks and he runs across to the other side of his ship. This
I wish my
one.
passive perception was higher.
This one is going to move around you, Kaya, so you also got an attack of opportunity.
Did you see attack of opportunity?
You do.
Yeah.
Oh. Snaps.
Nice.
Nice.
Damn,
Finally. Took forever.
that's hella good.
You strike him in the back of his skull as he begins to run away, as he takes 14 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Okay, and that is going to be their turn. Storyteller, it is now your turn.
Excellent. Let's see. All right, looking at the two enemies standing next to me, which one looks the most damaged, or any of them damaged?
They both look as though they're in perfectly healthy conditions.
All right, so I'm going to attack the guy standing below me.
Okay.
All right, 1 second. My computer's just being weird. All right.
Okay, go ahead and roll for your damage. Alright, so you stab him with your... It was this guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you stab him with the rapier, and you feel as it, like, with a sickening, like, slick, it goes through his shoulder.
All right.
Okay, were you doing anything else on your turn?
Yes, I am going to give another barding inspiration die to Merrick.
Okay. Did you ever use the first one?
No, I haven't, because I didn't get a chance. I haven't gotten a chance to.
Okay.
Because it's either been too low to not be worth using, or I hit.
Do Bardic
I think
Inspiration
you
die
use it for
stack?
damage, too. I don't.
Oh, that's
think-
right. Your College of Valor. I forgot
Yes.
that I could use it for damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm not 100% certain on that, so actually I'll give it to Kaya instead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I point to her and I believe in you and your golden eye.
I haven't put it in yet, but okay. Wow. Don't take that out of context.
And I
Okay, it is now the bandit's turn. This one is going to run across to their ship, back onto his. This one is going to attempt to run away from you. Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity, Storyteller.
All right. I am an absolute queen today. Ugh.
That hits.
All right.
And that is exactly the amount of damage you need. So you strike him with your rapier, and it pierces his heart, and you feel the vibration throughout your blade as his heart explodes inside of his chest.
Yas, queen.
And this one is going to run across the plank and onto his ship. Storyteller, make another attack of opportunity.
Excellent.
And that hits.
Holy shit.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. So you strike him with your rapier as he's running away, and you feel your rapier go all the way through and pierce his shoulder as he's running.
Excellent. I scream blood for the blood god at the top of my lungs.
I just sort of clap and just look very scared, though.
I need you to make an attack of opportunity, Kaya.
Use both hands this time.
Oh.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll for your damage.
Oh, wait. What is it saying? Oh, why did I do that again? This one. Sorry, 7.
Okay, so as he's running away, you strike him in the back of his head with your quarterstaff as he takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And with that, that is going to be their turn. You see the cloaked figure with the book. He approaches the wheel of the ship, and you guys see him make his fist into a hand, And then, for some reason, he touches his fist to the wheel of the ship, and just as quickly as the ship was there, you guys watch as it like warps and it looks as though it implodes in on itself in an arcane explosion of black and purple energy as it disappears.
Now
Okay.
that is high quality.
That guy left on our ship.
Yep, that guy is still left on your ship.
Just holla.
And
We
then the
should
guy
keep
that was
him
on the
and
edge of the
torture him for
ship
secrets.
actually falls into the water because he was on one of the boarding planks. So he like falls into the water.
Okay. Oh no, we're still in combat.
Nope, you guys are no longer in combat at this point.
Did
That-
he surrender?
Yeah,
or-
he's like throwing up his hands and he's like, okay, they left me. I don't get paid enough for this.
Good. Then tell us what you guys were looking for and why you attacked us.
Tell us everything you know.
Well,
Why did you come on board cloaked and then steal a book?
I'm not really keen to sharing that information to you. I just don't want to die.
Well, I'm
can
afraid to
make the
tell
death.
you. If you don't tell us what I want to know, I will kill you myself.
See, that's the funny
And
thing.
hey
I
there,
invoke
pal.
Parlay.
Invoke parlay? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wait.
Are you
Do
actually?
none of you know what that means?
Do you guys know what Parlay
like-
is?
It's just like he wants to place bets.
He wants to what?
Well, I mean, like depending on the context, like I invoke parlay, but it's like if you're just saying it, then you could say it's basically like saying bet. But then like when he said I invoke parlay, so I'm assuming he means that he wants to like receive something in advantage.
No. Parlay is something that sailors and pirates can invoke to be taken to the captain. So it's like a political way for them to avoid harm.
Oh, sweetheart, I hate to tell you this, but our captain isn't on the ship right now.
Oh, that's fine. I can wait. You're within his fleet.
The captain also doesn't know you're here.
Oh, trust me. He knows we're here.
Doesn't know that you were left behind though, now does he?
Oh, no, but we're
I bet
aware
he-
of your captain's customs. We're aware that he doesn't
Yes,
harm
and
prisoners, and if you ever found out that you did harm prisoners, well,
Well, I mean, I'd understand if he was upset if we were harming prisoners. However, if we had gotten some really useful information out of said prisoner, par be it, prisoner as in you, I would have to think that the captain would be a little partial to our side. I mean, we don't have to kill you. We just gotta get to know what you know.
sure, as far as I don't die. You can certainly try whatever methods you need.
Okay, not gonna lie, I'm not the torture expert here. Can someone who's a little more kinky help me?
What?
I'm just gonna. Do we
I
have?
don't know how to torture a person.
Do we have?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk up, or I'm gonna like take a step closer to him and take the hilt of my katana and jab it into his try to look.
His sternum?
Yeah. Like
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead
yeah.
and like make an attack roll.
like I said, this is with the hilt blade, but
Yeah, so go ahead and roll a d4 bludgeoning.
plus strength.
Yeah, it's going to be plus your strength modifier. Okay, so
And
you
as I do that, and shove it into him, I'll say, I don't care whether I whether you talk or not. But if you don't talk, I'll kill you either one way or the other. That I'll take my punishment from the captain later. So you decide right now whether you want to live or die, and I'll roll an initiation. Sorry, I didn't mean to click the damage.
He looks at you and he does look like absolutely terrified. And he's just like, well, I used to work for this captain. His laws are exile if you kill a prisoner. Nobody wants to risk exile from their captain.
I raise my eyebrow and say, "Want to bet?"
Can I try a persuasion check to say, well, of all the people on this ship right now, he is the person that you don't want to fuck with. He does not care whether or not the captain kills him or kicks his ass or sends him off to a faraway island.
Sure. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
All right. How'd that do?
He just kind of like looks at you, and he doesn't seem like he's more terrified of like Merrick that he doesn't really like hear your words. Your words don't really reach him.
Fair enough.
So now that I've gotten my point across, what was the book that you stole?
It was just a list of artifacts.
So
That's it, I
basically
swear.
it's the dialogue treasure map.
And what artifact in particular were you looking for?
All of them. Every single one that book contains. We need them.
For
what?
The Fountain of Youth, of course. What else? Wait, did you really not know that this book was stored on your ship? Did your captain really just send you off on your own without telling you anything? That's rich. That's rich.
Merrick, grab the guy by his shirt, and I go, "You better be lucky that I'm in a good mood today." And I drag him down to our holding.
Okay, you take him to the brig and you like slam him into a cell.
I go back up and I go, "We're meeting up with the captain now." No one say anything. No one asks questions.
All right, well.
Let's just go.
I'm gonna loot these bodies for gold.
The bodies contain...
I shall also loot a body.
So they have 3 gold pieces each on them, ramshackle scimitars, and a few daggers.
Well, I'm gonna take the 9 gold, fresh out of gold.
What? Oh, well, I have more gold than you, so I'll let you have it. I'll take the daggers.
I also killed 2 out of 3 of them, so...
I tried. I kind of can't see out of one eye right now, but
Hey, don't knock down Storyteller. You did great.
I'm proud of you. Storyteller, you did great. I'm proud.
We all did good.
I clap.
It took an entire long time for me to get up all them stairs. So I won't be taking anything.
So where's the ship that our captain's on?
So are you guys going to just continue on to the captain's ship right now?
Yes.
The moment, yeah.
Is that what you guys are doing currently?
I'm gonna take all those daggers. How many daggers were there?
There was 1 per body, so 3.
Alright. So now I have 4 daggers.
Well, I mean, he did invoke parlay. I mean, do you really think though that we should go all the way to the captain? I mean, wouldn't it be much more useful in the end if we were able to get more information out of him, such as where his crew was heading, where his ship was going to next? What can we do to get the Fountain of Youth for ourselves, maybe?
Well, we got what information we initially needed. We'll take him to the captain and decide the rest of the remainder of his fate.
All right.
Okay, so what are you guys doing with the bodies?
I'm tossing him overboard.
Oh,
I guess I'll help.
I'll pick one and then just throw 'em.
I'll drag one as well.
Okay, and then you guys are just continuing on to where you guys were supposed to meet up with the captain in your raid?
Correct.
Okay, so after about 2 hours, on the horizon, you guys can start to see what looks like the leftovers of a battle. It's splintered pieces of like ship and like shipwreck everywhere. As you guys get closer, you notice that there actually isn't a second ship there, and as you get closer and closer, you guys realize that it was the captain's ship that's in shambles, broken and shattered everywhere, flames everywhere, and bodies of your fallen crew members floating in the water.
How far away are we?
And
Can
with
we
that,
look
we
for
are going to end
survivors?
tonight's session.
Oh.
No,
Ah!
no.
Oh wow, wow, real nice cliffhanger. Uh huh.
It's
Love
not.
that.
It's not a real session if it doesn't end with a cliffhanger. Let's be honest.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Twitch. Thanks for watching. We will be streaming this campaign once every 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll be getting back to streaming Eridus World of Wonder once every week. Hopefully we can get back to that schedule, but we aren't really sure. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Bye.